Welcome, everybody, to episode 5 of Neon Courts. How has everyone been this week?
Busy. Very busy.
Yeah. Same old, same old. Starting my last semester next week, so
Nice. Indigo, you have a bit of a thing.
I'm
Okay.
trying to fix
There you
the
go.
thing. I'm trying to fix
I think
it.
it's the fact that you're going with 9,000 different effects over there, and
It's not 9,000.
So I'm guessing it's fairly hot in Florida right now, based on the
It's
fact
like-
that you're on fire.
74.
and you were recently hit in the head, it seems, with the birds.
no, they're circling his suit.
They're waiting for him to
Yeah,
die.
Yeah, it's soup vultures.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what you expected. This is what I got a green screen for.
Somehow, I've learned not to expect things.
Yeah, this is only 3 animated things. I just pasted them a bunch of times. I can't figure out this chroma key though, because every time the sun moves a little bit, I gotta reset it. And
Yeah,
I'm
no,
doing
lighting
a bad job.
is a thing.
It's
I
just
was
because there's a
going with mine
window
for-
behind me, and I didn't feel like blacking out a window for this jump.
Mhm. Well, I've moved like 7 lamps in my house onto this back wall just so the green screen works. It's stupid the amount of light you need. Although I could just break down and buy studio lighting, but
That's what I'm feeling like might be on my list. Is some sort of light to make this green screen work better, so I can do more dumb effects.
well, the best thing I found was an LED bar, but that's got to go right in front of your face, so you're just blind the entire time you're looking at your screen.
Yeah.
It's great.
Or you can wear sunglasses on stream.
Ooh,
And then
that might be
people
the
good
how
look.
messy my desk is. No.
Do we just want to jump into things then?
Yeah,
I don't think
I
allowed.
can fix with. I can do my own green screen
Yeah.
adjustments. And listen, it's just moving sliders.
Perfect. I'm gonna prepare the monologue screen live, like I always do.
Okay. So that's fair.
I should switch to the monologue. I am the one becoming black and white. As is self. Perfect.
Cinematic.
There you go.
Oh, do you want to start the music?
I just did. Oh, that's the wrong one, isn't it?
Think so?
Yep.
This
yep,
is
that's
Covert
definitely the
Affair.
wrong one. Yep.
Okay.
Does it work for you?
I don't hear anything yet. Maybe I need to
Oh.
drop my
It's on
music.
Roll20.
I upped my music volume.
Oh, I hear it.
Oh,
There we
I'm
go.
not. I know why I can't hear it.
Not in Roll20.
I'm not in Roll20. Thinking like, where's this sound we're speaking of?
It's dangerous. The memory of my mother's voice echoed through my head. There are other ways to help people. Safer ways. If only she could see me now, fumbling childishly with an unfamiliar pistol. Golden Goose was founded on an idea that there's still a place for honest, hard work in this city. That a good seed, when watered and cared for properly, can still grow in this seemingly rotten soil. You can earn a living helping people instead of using them. But here I am, sprawling mansion of one of the most powerful men in the city, at the behest of another one. All because of my mother's recommendation. I was naive to think I could really ignore that part of my life. That part of the city. I just hope I don't lose myself to it like last time. Now our hacker's been hacked and our driver's out cold. A man in a mask runs towards me. All while I panic with a gun, try to determine what a safety even looks like. I can't get that sense of it out of my head. We need to find the killer, our missing person, bring him to justice. Not end up dead in the process. There we go.
Nice. So yeah, with that, we like zoom out of a black shot down what looks like the rifling of a barrel, but we actually come out of Ryland's eye, and we can see the sweat beginning to form on his brow and like drip down the side of his eye as we zoom out further, and we see the shaky hands holding a gun, and continue zooming back until we pull over the shoulder of a figure clad in black with a black mask over its face. Running down the hallway towards Ryland. What do you do?
Behind me, just next to my shoulder, I think, is Nicole, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. Was right behind you there, and I, at least, would very much like to change the game. So as I'm right beside Ryland, who I see with his hands outstretched, holding that gun, I want to focus all of my energy on this guy's mask. I want to start creating fabric in front of his eyes and thickening it, and then weaving the bottom fibers of that mask into his shirt so that he can't pull it off. And then basically just tightening the whole thing so he's like something is going on wrong. And just give him a couple of statuses of not able to see and disoriented there.
Okay. So that could be a change the game if you want to like throw story tags and statuses into the mix. Or where'd the moves list go? There it is. Or you've got a clean shot. Like the guy's just running towards you. He's not expecting this. There's no defense here.
Do it. Do it.
Sure, why not? Let's do it. Okay, hit it with all you got. Attack fabric control, fabric proliferation, constricted weave, nothing else.
3.
Yep. And well, that worked.
Yeah,
That's
there's
a 10.
So yeah, choose 2.
Okay. You. Sorry, I'm just taking a look at these. You take cover or secure a superior position. Get them good or get many of them. It's odd. It almost feels like statuses are more useful than these options, but
I mean, you do inflict the status as part of this.
Yeah, there's a tier 3 status coming out.
And also choose 2.
And also choose 2. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, you do automatically.
Oh,
You give them
a tier 3
appropriate
status.
set of your choice with 2 bonuses onto the status.
Yep. So you could
Nice.
increase it from 3 to 4, or even to 5, or do other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so
well,
what status are we inflicting here?
I think the easiest one is disoriented. It's a little bit more broad than blind. That's for sure that. Let's go with... No, it's more interesting if taking cover isn't part of that. Collateral damage is boring. Life. Let's go with you get them good, so just up at once, and then you hold the target's attention.
And you're holding the target's attention. Okay.
Yeah. We'll see if we can't get Ryland a chance here to do something stupid.
Okay.
Always.
So, we gotta check a thing here.
We'll find out if tier 4 is not to take him down.
Yeah, so you thicken the the hood around the runner's head, to the point that they can't see through it. Their hearing is muffled. They're having trouble breathing through it. But they don't break their stride. They just keep coming forward. They like careen off a wall in the hallway and then bounce back towards Ryland. And yeah, they close the distance pretty quickly and like put their shoulder down just in time to try to check through both of you. Ryland, you would be in front, so if you have some reaction there, or if you just want to brace and face the danger of it, you may do so.
I think Ryland is gonna panic and try to use the gun as a club to hit the guy.
Okay.
Because he didn't want to actually shoot the guy, he wanted to threaten with shooting the guy. Now he can't see, so that won't work. So I just...
Or hear you.
Correct. I'm just gonna try and hit him. I have... Is it dark in this hallway, or is it not?
There's auto lights whenever you walk through here, so
Okay,
no.
so no.
Like that, the house senses and lights things up.
Then I think I actually have no tags that are relevant, so this should be fun. I could... Now, here's my question. Can I burn the Golden Goose Mysteries Chaos tag?
I mean, yeah, just do it.
Okay.
Otherwise, you
tag.
die. It's
Well,
fine.
Can't you burn a tag for just a +3?
I can burn a tag, but it still has to be relevant if I wanted to. I don't have
Yeah,
any relevant tags.
And the chaos tag would, since it's a team or the crew tag, I believe you burn it just for one.
I do.
Yeah, just for
I do. I burn
yeah.
it just for one. But I have, like, eyes wide open, but that doesn't matter here.
Burn
Now,
metal
it's
sets?
worth... Yeah, it's worth noting that if you rolled with +0, there would still be a minimum of power 1.
Okay. Yeah, I think it says that on those. Versus rolling with a +1, it's still power 1. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll it +0. Worst. Are there any weaknesses?
You want to roll
Roll
it
it
minus.
I'd rather...
He's engaging the system and seeing what bad things can happen.
Yes.
I applaud your efforts.
Well, as long as your chances are low, you might as well get XP for it, I guess.
Exactly. Cry from authorities, trouble saying no, I don't think that applies here. Wounded messenger? No. Nope. All social. Everything I have is social. So, let's do this. I will not burn the chaos tag then. I'm just going to roll flat.
Who put the face on the front line?
Am I still hitting with all I've got? Or what am I doing to try and hit him?
You would be... What are you doing? You're just trying to smack him?
Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, as he's getting closer, I'm just like, don't do it, and then I hit him.
Okay, yeah, I think you're going toe to toe because, like, you're going short range to getting hit.
Natural 10.
Nice. 6 and a 4. All right. So choose 2.
And that's a minimum of power 1, right?
Correct.
Okay. I need to go get They don't hold anything I want, so I'm gonna pick. I block, dodge, or counter their best attempt. So I think I like it stuns them. I don't think I really hurt them except for I inflict tier 1 status,
which will move that up a tick.
Yeah. So I don't really hurt them, but I just push them back, basically, and stop them from getting out of the hallway.
Okay. So yeah. As they run towards you, you just quick clock them across the side of the head and like dodge to the side. And yeah, their forward momentum carries them past you, but like they sprawl out onto the floor and they start trying to scramble up and get out. The rest of the other 2 of you do hear a fairly sizable scuffle.
Didn't one of us get knocked out?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I got knocked out.
Yeah, you are knocked out.
I
Just
got
me.
hit in the face by something.
Oh yeah, he's at the door.
Yeah.
I
that
don't
the
Mhm.
guy came out of.
You said something flies towards your face, and I didn't know what to do, so I let it hit me. And now we're here.
Yep.
Can I pounce on the guy as he's prone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like enough time for you to come there.
I recommend
Yeah.
not using Bloodthirsty.
I'm not gonna use bloodthirsty here.
Okay.
Oh no. I would consider this quick and effective.
Yeah, you're
And
seeing the situation and you're immediately just jumping onto the guy.
also, I'm picking my battles here because I am still fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So power down is 3. That would count as the minus, right?
Yeah, it would be the highest status you have is the minus.
Okay, I think I have to burn pick your battles here. Because
To
that would
negate
give
it?
me a plus.
That'd just
Yeah,
make it
so
a
then
plus 0.
well, I'd be rolling a plus. Oh, can I
You
still
you
use
can
other power
only you
tags?
can only burn.
If you burn a
Oh, I
power,
can
you
only
can't
burn.
also use other powers.
Okay, I'll burn it. So for a 0. Because I can't get up to more than +1 after that. Alright, so is this go toe to toe?
You're leaping in from. They didn't see you. No, they can't. Like they had knowledge of the other two at the end of the hall, right?
Uh-huh.
And now they're
They
half
don't
sprawled.
know. Yeah, and now they're like sprawled on the ground. They still have that status of disoriented.
Okay.
So I'd say no. It's either a hit with all you've got, or I mean, it possibly
And
take the risk if you want to do something real stupid. But
I'll just hit with all I got. That's fine. This is fine.
oh,
I miss.
so yeah, would you like to narrate what you're
Sure.
doing?
I notice that he's sprawled out on the floor right next to the couch, and I saw a hollow vid of pro wrestling. So he goes, this is gonna be awesome. He goes to jump off the couch to elbow drop him, and the guy moves and he hits his funny. And
Yeah, the guy like spins out of the way, scrambles up to his feet, starts booking it for the door as he's like yanking the mask off of his face, trying to get some air. Because it's a fail, though. Let me see what this guy can actually do.
do I get a status of funny bone?
Yeah, you get a status of it's a tier 1 of numb arm.
Uh,
Let's see here.
so how does that work with my powered down and losing control statuses? Is it just another one?
It's just another one. Only the highest one counts.
Okay.
And actually, it's powered down. And what's the other one?
Losing control.
Yeah, this is physical. Yeah, it's just another one.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see if they were on this, if any of them were on the same track technically, but I don't think they are.
Yeah, it feels like emotional, technological, and now physical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as a hard move, they're gonna make it to the door before you guys can react. They like just get up and book with speed.
Okay.
I think Ryland goes over to actually check that Atari is okay. He doesn't go chasing after.
I am going to purple tech trinkets to pull out the taser glasses case from my purse there and see if I can get him with one last shot.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, as you follow them, you watch as they like produce a knife from their belt and begin cutting eye slots, like cutting the middle of the mask out so they can breathe and see.
That is terrifying. All right. So this is then go toe to toe again?
Mhm.
All right. How does this roll?
8.
8. All right. Oh, that's why it's not opening. It's already open. Okay, well, for sure the thing that I want to do is just add on the status, see if we can't get him down to status 5 and
Okay.
uh,
So that goes up a
down
pip
to
again.
You're inflicting tier 3, so does that mean it goes up? How does that work? Does it goes
Yeah.
up 3 pips or 1 pip?
I
It's
think
It's lower than 4, so it only goes up by 1.
I think I want to do something stupid.
Okay.
So 4 and 4 would go up to 5.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was 4 and 3 went up to 5. I didn't know.
No, lower goes up by 1 pip at a time. Equal goes up the next.
by-
so. If any lower goes up by 1, would it make sense then just to do, Oh, you can only choose one. Never mind.
Yep.
Yeah, so what were you choosing on that one?
You get them good, giving your bonus to status with tier equals power, which in this case is just ticking that up a bit.
Okay. So what? You were tasing them, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
So, basically, I burnt that tag, so I am like, okay, I need to find this thing. I'm pulling the glasses case out of my purse, and everything is just scattering everywhere on the ground. And as we're moving around, like things are getting stepped on and whatnot. But I managed to find the thing. I managed to point it, and just as he's moving out of the door, I did manage to get off, press the button, and get him through his clothing or whatnot. But he doesn't seem to be stopping moving yet.
Yeah, like it goes into like jerky motions as he gets tased, and he just slows him down a little bit. Hmm,
Range was just too far.
yeah. Yeah, as you hit the button and see him go jerky, like he grabs the door behind him and slams it, so there's now a door between you and him.
Yeah.
And he begins booking it across the grounds.
Is there a window?
Yeah, the
entire
entire.
walls or window.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do a dumb thing?
Always.
So I still have a clue from my mystery of can I tame the beast within, and I can use that at any time to do what?
Ask a question.
Okay.
I'm gonna ponder life while
Let
I'm
me
on this
see.
floor.
That's always the time to ponder life.
Specifically with my werewolf cloak jacket. It's because I wrote here that I turn into a werewolf. Can I go full wolf? Is that a thing I could like unlock within it? As a question.
You know
Oh,
what?
isn't there a special move for that?
You know
Stop
what?
holding
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was wanting to to let me for. Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
I'm pissed off. My circuits are fried. I'm going
All
all
right.
in.
So when I
So
go
when-
and like check that you're okay, I just see fur start sprouting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you see the fur coat, and he's like curled up away from you, and you like roll him over, and you see the snout begin extending, and the snarls.
It's like American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
And the fur coat just sort of just bonds with the skin. Yeah, it's
Wide-eyed, Ryland just backs up and I'm gonna go check on Fion and just runs into the other room.
so this is roll plus logos, so you'd be at +3 on this.
Oh, nice. Does that include negatives?
There is no negatives.
Ooh,
And I mean, you
okay,
could
so-
throw a weakness on it if you want to.
But the status doesn't affect it?
Oh, the status?
Yeah, my status.
Um, I'd say that. See, this is the weird part, right?
Yeah.
You have that angry status, which would feed this.
Yes.
So I'd say
So
it's
is
a
that a
wash.
+2? Oh, it's a wash.
Yeah.
But my logos is 3, right? But my angry is 2.
Yeah, but you've also got the physical numb arm.
That's true. That's true.
You know,
Okay, so just roll +0.
+3.
+3.
Oh, plus.
Yeah,
Oh,
I,
okay.
the pluses and minuses outside of the logos, I'm saying are a wash.
They don't.
Oh,
Like
okay,
they
got it,
cancel each other out.
Okay, let's see what this does.
All right, so just so you know, okay. So I was looking at this before. There's a
Go,
sacrifice.
good.
There's a sacrifice
What
here.
sacrifice do I have to do?
Yeah. So we have to decide if this is significant, no return, or ultimate.
Probably
and
not ultimate.
No, probably not ultimate. It's definitely significant. I'm wondering if it's no return.
Now that you fully,
so-
is this the first time you fully transformed?
I mean, it would.
It-
It's the first time we've seen it.
True.
So
Yeah. So what does it mean? Mark fade crack on one theme versus. Oh, so is a theme one of these cards, right?
Yes.
It's-
yes.
I think instantly
Oh.
flip a theme or put 1 on it.
So either way, I'd be marking constantly bullied, and I've burned all those power tags anyway. So let's go no return.
All right.
Okay, so that's the level we're at here. It's like
Sure.
you're gonna be a wolf for a little while.
Yeah. Sure. That's after his weird VR fight. He was just wolfing in a park. That's what we learned.
All right, so you mark one fade or crack and burn all the power tags on one theme.
They're already burned, my friend.
All right, so you mark your fade on that.
Yes, crack for
Crack.
constantly bullied. Yep.
Gotcha. All right, so
Yeah, it's starting to not really matter that you were bullied.
No, I
Yeah.
have the power now.
yeah,
Yep.
and you're proving that you will win in that
You
fight.
can hit back
9
no
times
matter
out of 10,
how
you'll win
hard
that
you're
fight.
hit.
Yep.
The funny part is also the quote I have on there is only the strong survive.
Oh no.
Let's see where this goes.
Okay, so this snowballs into like the next thing, right? So you are empowered by this. I'm gonna say while in wolf form because you were going no return. When you return back to human form, all those statuses will be gone. Ignore them for now.
Oh, okay. So this is until I next go to sleep, basically.
Yeah, when you go back to human form, whenever that might be, it will be narratively
while.
appropriate.
Yeah. Just don't. If you roll a 6 or minus, it might happen sooner.
It's definitely a Bruce Banner like coming back from the hole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just howl and jump out the window?
Oh, it's a howl as I'm jumping out the window. It's like a cyber howl because I'm still slightly cybernetic. It's just a cyber wolf.
Yeah, I like the cybernetics don't transform; they just mold to
No.
the new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New form.
It's like Johnny Silverhand, but it's a dog arm.
Yeah, you got the robot throat as a human, you got the robot throat as a wolf. It's just changed some shape.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just sounds like your dog barking through your computer.
Okay, so we get that upward angle shot of the wolf like pouncing through the window, glass shattering, slow motion, full moon in the sky behind you. As you like crest over it, we just see the silhouette, and you come down on the lawn, booking ass after this guy. What are you doing?
I guess I'm doing like a police dog, like taking down the perp, hunting my prey. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. I'd say if you're going really like going for the throat on this one, yeah, go
No,
toe to toe with him.
I'm not trying to kill him. I'm trying
Well,
to.
I'm just saying, like you're looking to subdue, but yeah, if you're
Yes.
engaging the target, yeah, go toe to toe.
does my werewolf power tag count if I'm a wolf?
Yes, because
Good,
you are
nice.
at your
Werewolf.
base state a human who is now a wolf.
Got it.
Therefore,
So, werewolf. I'll take savage. I'll take more beast than man.
yeah, I think that applies.
So you're
yeah.
not trying to kill him, but
I'm
he
not
will
trying to
think
kill
you
him.
are.
He will think I am, which is enough to stop him.
He
Uh,
might
I
lose
would
an arm here. Like,
you might
let's not
still
lie.
kill him.
I would consider this quick and effective for jumping out of a window
That-
after this.
Is
Yeah.
the fastest way down, yes.
And I believe, let me flip my card here. What does it say? I took made for this. Choose a core move that best represents the actions you most often use your relic for. Whenever you use it with tags from this theme, which I am, it's dynamite. And I chose go toe to toe.
Excellent.
Well, there you go. Roll a 12 and see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I did.
You did roll a 12!
What does its dynamite mean? What is happening?
You get extra benefits on a 12 or higher.
you
Yeah,
receive all three
So,
move options.
yeah. You don't choose, you just get them.
Oh.
You
Nice.
achieve your goal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
you give them the
yeah, go ahead, describe. Like, you're ending
Yeah.
this chase.
Oh, yeah. So, it's like exactly it goes from noir to horror movie as he's running through. There's probably like trees in this like compound, right? He's running through the dense trees. The moon is up high in the sky. The cyber howl comes through the thicket as he finds the clearing, and then he just gets pounced on from the trees and dragged back in.
We just get that Wilhelm scream as they fall and hit the ground, and then are just
Yeah.
dragged back into the shadows.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
Well, that'll max the track of 5 for catch. Yeah, you now have a burglar by the scruff of its neck.
Ryland has run to go check on Fion, who was knocked out.
Yes.
Yeah, you run over and you jostle him awake. It's not hard. You were just
Yeah.
like you were out of it. You just needed a good, some kind of stimulus to pull you around.
Yeah, when Ryland comes up, I'm pretty sure Fion's just already awake and just kind of still laying there.
Yeah. Okay. So Ryland runs up and is like, Fion! Fion! He assumes that your eyes are open because you're like dead or something at first. He's like, there's no reason he would just be lying there with his eyes open unless something really bad was happening. Are you okay? Wake up!
Please tell me like you exhale smoke as you like look back at me. You're like you were just sitting there.
Do you want
He's
some?
like
I
this,
slipped
but in this
one
hand is
way.
like the e-cig. And he's like,
Yeah, I slipped the e-cigarette back in my pocket, and it's like, oh, I'm alive and it's fine.
I compose myself. Good. Want to get up?
Is that guy still running around with the shoe or whatever?
Cue the howl and probably distant scream.
Yeah.
distant Wilhelm.
I
Yeah,
see.
Nicole is just
Shoe.
staring at the window, staring
I
after them.
think
Yeah, I
Atari
guess,
took care of it.
I mean, okay. I thought we wanted to find anything out, not just have like a pile of meat in a bag. But
Don't remind me. I just hope he didn't do that. Otherwise, we have a werewolf.
do you think if Atari bites someone, that they too become?
I don't know. Maybe. That'd be really bad. Will they also get... I don't know.
Works. This is how it works.
Yeah, but we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I don't know what-
Anyway, okay, let's, I'm gonna look around. You can, I guess, stay there if you want to.
No, I'll get up. I was meaning to go through that door anyway.
The door that was on the other end of the hallway is ajar, right?
Yeah, looking in, you can see that there's actually the room's in a pretty big state of disarray, and it looks like it was mostly some kind of side office that this guy had set up. There's paper strewn all about. Like, there's no digital media in here, though. It's all
Ooh.
old school.
Yeah, I'm gonna start flipping through his papers and to see if I could find like a cool doodle or something in this that's vaguely interesting. Because this is already more interesting than just like going through a laptop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will see that he is doing that. Like, okay, Fiona, if you're good to stay here and look around, I'm gonna go check that no one's died.
Yeah, I
But
love going through people's mail.
Good.
People
It says,
throw
genuinely
away
not sure
so
if that's
many-
sarcasm.
So many good offers. I got these pants with the coupon I took out of Scratch's mail.
Okay, I'm gonna be back later, and just stay here,
Yeah.
look around.
Flashback to Ryland remembering some suspiciously like steamed open and then reclosed mail that he had.
Who took this credit card out of my name?
You just send in the mail, they send you a card with money on it. Like, it's the easiest way to get anything.
All right, so we will roll and investigate when we get back to Fion.
Yep.
So Nicole's
yeah.
basically been waiting at the window, just watching for, okay, when's he going to be getting back? Is everything going to be okay? Just
Yeah, so
where's the first
from a
hint?
copse of trees on the east lawn, you see this large canine like come out back end first as he's dragging something back through.
Wait, hold on. I gotta do it in the voice.
Definitely correct. All right,
you-
so
yeah,
we'll
and
open the
you
door
can-
and
you
run
continue-
out
yeah,
to him.
Oh, you're opening? Okay. I was
Yeah.
going to do the dog with a too big a bone thing coming through the door, smacking the guy.
I was just scratching on the door. Cyber whining.
Yeah, you
Like,
run out, and yeah, you meet up with Atari. I guess Bark now.
I actually had a different because I like the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde sort of thing. I wrote down a different thing. It's in my notes. Let me look. His alter ego is Fang when he's the wolf.
Fang.
Yeah. Bark and Fang.
You're God, okay.
Sounds like a shitty buddy cop show.
Yeah,
Bark
like
and
a
Fang.
really shitty buddy cop show. Like Turner and Hooch, but with like that grim CW smear put on top of it.
As long as I'm played by
not
one of the
related,
Strauss twins, I'm
not
fine.
related, but I need to say this out loud. On Netflix, they released the live action Winx Club
I
show,
saw that.
I saw
and
that
it's
today.
rated TVMA.
What?
Really?
Yes.
I started watching The Great Pretender. I'm only on the first episode, but it's very stylish.
Anyway, so
But
yeah, you make it out to the lawn as you meet Fang halfway.
I'm booking it out there because the last time that I, have seen Atari in anything of werewolf form, we had 4 bodies that left in a dumpster, and I'm not so sure I want this thing to be hamburger meat. So,
Yeah, and from what you can see, like he was pulling him by the neck out of the woods. It was actually by the balaclava he was wearing,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you strengthened it.
It looks pretty gruesome for Bart. Come running out of the
Atari,
woods,
Yeah.
it looks like skin.
So yeah,
Is
as you
he
run up,
okay,
Atari
or-
like drops it and like sits and pants.
and I head over to try and okay, is this thing alive? Is this bite wounds, blood? Where are we seeing here? What are we dealing with?
No
Just, a
blood.
side.
Yeah, no blood except for where the taser seemed to hit the guy. There are 2 little. Oh, we lost you.
Oh.
We don't know why this is happening. We've uninstalled and reinstalled.
Yeah, so there's 2 little
Yes.
char marks on their back where your taser hit. But other than that, like, and the wounds below seem to have already coagulated, so it's not like actively bleeding. And yeah, other than that, there's some claw marks, in the clothing, it's ripped up. There's leaves and grass like tangled up in the sweater he was wearing or is wearing. But yeah, out cold, definitely.
Okay, so if I see that he's out cold, we'll move to the next problem, which is the fact we've got a wolf sitting here, and we have no idea if it's tame or
Yeah.
what state it's in. So
Wolf with like no fur right here and shiny chrome.
Atari, is that? Do you understand what I'm saying right now? Are you? How much of that is you?
Oh no. How much of it is me? Am I conscious?
Yeah, you're still in control. It's
Oh.
up to you if you do the Scooby Doo thing of like talking in wolf form. I'll leave that. Like it's
I'm
your
not-
character.
Listen, I'm not gonna go that far.
Well, you have a voice box, so you might actually talk like a normal. Like you just open your dog mouth, and then the speaker voice just comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only the electronic part of when I talk.
Yeah, like it's more robotic.
Yeah. Yeah, so just like Stitch and Lilo and Stitch playing the record, the mouth opens and Atari's robot voice comes through. It goes, yes, I've caught him. Everything is A-okay.
I haven't exactly seen you like this before. Are you?
What do you mean? Remember the alleyway? I went in this exact same form before.
Ryland arrives right now. He rushes downstairs, like, oh, okay. Like looks at him, looks at the guy, sees he's not doesn't seem to be dead.
No, you can see the chest going up and down as he's breathing. You're.
Are you
He's fine.
okay? Both of you?
Yes, my funny bone is a little sore, but everything else is okay. Nothing weird going on here.
I smell a rabbit. Oh.
Squirrel. Okay.
Whoever he was seems to be decently fine, just not awake at the moment. Do we want to bring him back
I
inside?
intentionally avoided the jugular.
Good.
Can you tie him up and make sure he can't move? We found an office that has no obvious digital media in it, which is pretty telling. At the other
What
end of the
a
hallway.
bougie man we are dealing with. Can afford paper.
If that request to tie him up was to me, and I don't have to roll, I'll just do it with
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
stuff.
there's nothing. There's no consequence here, unless you're gonna like stop holding back on the tying up and just
No.
encase them.
Yeah, just make them a cocoon, basically.
I
They
think
shall
we're
emerge in
good.
spring.
Yeah, no. So they're as bound as they can be with their own,
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah, so you and Rylan like help put this guy over the Atari's back and like bring him in.
I think
And yeah,
I'll
you bring.
stay with him and wake him up and talk to him. Nicole, do you want to search the office?
I'm already
You said-
searching the office.
You said Fionn was in there alone?
Yep.
I'll check on him.
Okay.
Do they see like flames licking down the hallway or
No,
anything?
it's not flames or anything dramatic. When you come back in the office, Dion has got bored of the mail and has assembled the mail into like little. They're stacking a house card with the mail, but they have flicked through the documents that were sprawled on the desk. changed some appointment schedules around in like the manual thing. I've gone through and disorganized the Rolodex. So between that, I would like to make a investigate check.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, as you take everything apart and put it back together in precisely the wrong order.
Yeah.
But there's a method to the
It's
madness.
gonna be
the order that
so
Fion understands.
easy to figure out what went wrong here.
Yeah. I'm putting things back the way that Fion's putting things back the way she thinks they should be. So that's going with the flow. I know that this mail is knows every street. I don't think helps here. Does it? Is there invoices?
With like addresses?
Yeah, that might help. You might recognize some things.
Yeah. And getting knocked out in front of this office put me at the right place at the right time. But I don't have any motivation. I gave up halfway through and started assembling a house, which means more concentration goes on the house building than on to reading the envelopes. They become pieces of building material at that point. So we're going to investigate.
With a 7. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So on a 7 with investigate, I believe you get fuzzy answers.
That's okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There, I get to choose. That's right.
Yeah. So to refresh my memory, this is in the mansion, or this is the other guy's house, the missing gentleman's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
The missing
Yeah.
gentleman's mansion, yeah.
in Gaines' house.
The
Yeah.
second mansion. I forgot we changed mansions halfway through. But so we're looking for evidence of a gun. Everything you said, everything's paper in this office.
Mhm.
Is there anything in this office the owner would not want to be? I'm assuming there is. What in this office does the owner not want, like, out on the internet?
What a bizarre question for what's in here.
That's why it's all paper in a digital
Yeah.
world. That's
What
is
what
he
we
hiding?
care about. Yeah, what is
So-
the reason for having it all be paper?
Yeah, what you're seeing while you go through this is a bunch of, and you've read through enough of these in Ryland's office to get the general gist. These are case files, missing persons cases. That it looks like, yeah, it looks like the author was putting together and trying to track people down.
So he fancied himself an investigator.
Or he made the people disappear.
Or, crazier idea, if he finds the missing people, he could put them in his weird dungeon. And
Does he have a weird dungeon? If we
I don't-
confirm,
I-
We
Also,
actually
you're a
have
dog.
not yet found a weird dungeon here.
here.
The weird dungeon's probably at the... I have it written down. At the Gororoja. Roja?
Yeah.
Is it with
Roja.
Roja?
I think it's
Yeah,
Roma.
yep.
That's what's the Goroha?
It was
Uh,
a club. There was
Okay.
there were some emails that someone had a good time with Gaines at a club.
Okay, so it's the underground gray area legal club that he frequents.
Well, you would know.
I would know
Theon
this
probably.
actually.
Yeah,
I have a thing for this.
yeah. It is a thematically appropriate, like Copacabana style big band jazz kind of club.
Ooh,
With that
okay.
with tables and booths and stuff, and a huge band on the stage and dancers and acts and stuff that they put on every night.
Fun.
But yeah, as far as stuff that they wouldn't want on the internet in here, probably the investigative notes. Like, most of this seems to have been researched through various electronic means and printed out and brought in here. but the work itself is all handwritten.
Okay. So we only have one more question. If anyone has any pressing matters.
Not necessarily regarding that question, but do we know what those notes say, or?
Yeah, you would get a general overview of all of that.
Is he trying to find these people? Is that clear, or is it
Yeah.
clear that he took them?
It's clear that the original cases were not instigated. Like he wasn't the person that made them disappear. And he was investigating to try to find them.
Okay.
And there are actually 3 cases here. Okay. And I'm putting the names of the people in chat here. So there's 3 missing men. Gerald Strickland, Thomas Kincaid, and Lawrence Crank Gottlieb.
Are they like employees or something? Is there any indication this from like what we've looked through? Does he say why he gives a hell about these?
Like, is there a connection
No.
between them?
Or is it just like these are who he's picked?
Is this your second question, or is this like general overview?
This was a follow-up on that. If it counts as a second question, I will consider more thoughtfully. Okay. But just from looking at the cases from the information we've already gleaned, does it seem like there's a reason, or is he just picked these and I have to dig further?
There doesn't seem to be any common factor other than age, gender, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all around mid-30s. They're all male. They don't look similar, but yeah, that's about the only real similarities between the 3 cases is the fact that they're all sort of the same age demographic.
He's looking for his dad.
I mean, that is a take on this.
I don't know.
Mid-30s.
That wouldn't.
I don't know how old the guy we're trying to find is.
In his
mid-30s.
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably not dad then. we could keep thinking about
secret twin brother.
Secret twin brother separated at birth.
Are these
How
people?
long has he been in his mid-30s?
We should really figure out what weird thing he's into that he keeps hiding at this club. That's really what we need to know to piece this puzzle together. Is what is the weird hobby that he doesn't want people to know about that he goes to the secret club for? So
Well,
that might be the question. Does he have any documentation here? No, that's a too distinct way of phrasing it. What's his hobby? What's his secret hobby? I'm in his office. I'm looking through his files. What is his secret hobby?
What is his secret hobby?
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell you that from firsthand Sixth Sense experience.
We don't know that for sure, though, if that's a recent acquisition or...
You're right. We know that hobby. Shoot, I don't know what to ask.
We could just hold
Well,
it.
we could ask
We
if
could
we could ask
recently-
why is he looking for these people, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's the right answer. I forgot we already uncovered his secret hobby, and I don't like it. So
Yeah,
why are we
it's
looking
murder
for these
sex.
people? Yeah.
You didn't have to experience it like my character did.
Yeah.
So yeah, so why is he doing this? Is that the general question?
Yeah.
Like why investigate these things? So yeah, looking through, you also do come through and find a journal. And reading through it, there are a number of entries that say, still have not found a match. We'll attempt again with the next one.
Oh,
Things
he's
like
doing
that.
he's doing that. He's a bad scientist. He's a mad scientist.
Could be like a.
Or he's looking for a body double for himself to escape this lifestyle.
Yeah, it looks as though each of these people he was investigating had the potential to fit some criteria of his that would give him something.
It could be he's trying to pull a face off. The Nick Cage movie.
I'm assuming it's about ripping off someone's face and wearing it as your own.
It's about
I had to guess.
yeah.
More or less. But I'm a dog sitting on the couch, so what do I know?
Yeah, I think we can. Are we done the questions? Or we want to transition over to Ryland? And
Those are both
Yeah.
questions.
Yep, that was the question.
Yeah.
so I think splash of water wakes. The mask has been, if I can, cut away and removed from this guy.
Mhm.
And a splash of water wakes him up, either out of his unconsciousness or shock.
Yeah, guy wakes up, looks at all of you. Looks to be a late 20s male, close cropped hair. One eye is cybernetic. It has a metal plate like around the eye, like the occipital bone was removed.
Oh, so it's not even like a cool cyber eye. It's just like a device.
It's like Kano, from Mortal Kombat, like that kind of.
Oh, it's not just a metal. I was thinking metal plate with like an iPhone camera in it.
No.
Just HAL 5000 in his face.
Oh, cool.
It's just the
Glows
Terminator
as he
under his
talks.
skin.
Yeah. Yeah, and he looks around. And he's like, Where's that dog?
Wait,
Behind
am I
you.
human again, or am I still the dog?
You're still the dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
Behind you.
Yeah, like you can see him like tense up as the growl hits him, like the hairs on the back of his neck stand up.
My name is
This is
Ryland.
Good. I'll kill you first.
I wanted to ask why you were here and why you're making threats like that. Why do you want to kill me?
Well, I mean, you sicked your dog on me. Your dog almost killed me.
Oh, he's not my dog. He's just well trained. It like gives you a look like I don't mean it like that. It's just my best thing. I give Atari a look.
Atari will remember that.
The guy's like, I'm here doing a job. You guys got in the way.
We're here on a job too.
You gonna burn down this house? Is that the job?
Like looks like cranes his neck to look at you as you're coming down the hallway.
Let's be on.
Oh,
He's
I
a
thought we
pizza
were in
delivery
the. I
driver.
thought we were in the office. Like I thought we.
I think we're just in the foyer or something.
I figured you brought him into like the living room and
Yeah.
put him on the couch or
Yeah.
something,
I
We-
guess
You
we're
guys
all
can be there if you
We're
want
all
to.
there. I thought I was there.
You guys can be there if you
Yeah,
want to.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, the guy looks around and says, look, I was just hired to grab some stuff out of the office.
That sounds like important stuff.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to complete the job now. I think... Would I have found anything on him if I had searched him?
Mhm.
Okay. So I think maybe his stuff is just, like, on the table. So, say... By who?
I don't know. Creepy guy. I got I got set up through a middleman, but yeah, some creepy guy in a red hat.
Okay.
Said he was going to pay me. All I had to do was get in here. He gave me the codes to the house.
I
I just had to grab some stuff.
I look at the stuff. I have an idea. You want to make money, right?
Says, yeah.
Well, we don't need the original papers here. We can make photocopies. Original. And you bring it back. We want to follow.
Look, man, I don't think you understand quite who we're dealing with here. If you
show
get
him the
sniffed out
card.
following me, what card?
The card that we found with the Goro Roja.
Oh, okay.
Red top hat.
And he looks at it. He's like, "You really sure you want to be making enemies there?"
I don't like making enemies at all. Maybe I can talk to him. We're not here for any... We're just trying to find someone. Owner of this house.
And he mulls it over in his head for a minute and go ahead and roll to convince.
Okay.
I might have a help point with you.
Okay. You want to help by, like, dog growls?
I don't. I have a hurt point with you, which I'm not going to use.
Alright. My personality has good intentions. I do not know if mediator helps here. I doubt nice suit helps here.
No, nice suit does not.
My mission would be honest convictions. I'm trying to not make any enemies. I don't know if he would have heard of us. I don't know if a good reputation matters.
Probably not.
Okay. Then I think that's a total of 3 power.
Okay.
Um,
So what is the status you will be inflicting if he doesn't go along with your...
I don't want to intimidate him. I am genuinely trying to... So it wouldn't be anything like scared of the wolf.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Tempted though it is.
That's a good one though. Like
It
he
is.
I think my status...
because that's if he doesn't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm not someone who would intentionally... Like, Ryland wouldn't threaten him with just like, well, you're just going to have to watch it whenever you hear a dog barking. It might be this one. Or anything like that. I think instead, Ryland will mention... I think he'll mention who he's working for. I don't think that's not private information, really. It wouldn't be hard, at least, to dig up. Like, who's the person who wants this guy back? His mentor. So I think he just mentions Rafel's name. The status will basically be like sort of a blacklisted thing, where all of Rafel's connections will blacklist this guy. And, yeah, blacklisted, I guess, might be the status.
Yeah, that works.
I never work in this town again.
Okay.
Boom. All right. With a power of 3 on a 10 plus, yeah, and
The guy uses cybernetics. If he gets blacklisted, he's not going to get any Ripper Doc.
Yeah, he just agrees. Basically, he's like, all right, I don't have enough options in this town. Otherwise, I need this job.
Good choice. What's your name?
He says his name is Grady.
Grady?
Yep.
Okay. Like I said, I'm Ryland. We're Golden Goose Detective Agency. Just on the case. I'm going to double check. If you have anything on you I missed before, weapons or anything like that. And I look to the dog. You can't really check for cybernetic weapons, can you? No.
The mouth opens. Not currently, no.
K9 over.
But I will add that he did say he came in with a key card, and
the security systems have been disabled, so we can check what user he came in under.
Fair if we want to run the card.
Yeah, he basically he had the code to get in, and it was the homeowner's code. Like he had.
Okay. He had the
Gaines's
code
to
that.
get in.
Yeah,
It's the same one we use, so.
true.
His
No, we
boss
had
is
a
trying to
guest
hire him
code,
to give his
right?
stuff back.
You're right. We had the guest code.
So it would be homeowner and then guest. Like if we looked at the logs.
He's getting his
Yep.
own stuff back.
Likely, or someone, or however he disappeared. Either way, I think we say, all right, we're not going to untie you yet, but we will. Right now, we're just going to finish looking around here. We're going to go get. I doubt there's a copier here. Then we find one, we'll use it. We're going to go get copies made and give you the originals, and then you can make the call.
Okay.
Don't we have cell phones?
I guess we could take pictures.
That's kind of lame, though. Like, we can make copies. It's fine.
I was going to, but I birthed that tag.
Okay.
Hey, does this billionaire not have a copier?
I mean,
He's got a printer but not a copier? What kind of millionaire is he?
The kind that just uses a printer to print several copies because they can afford the ink.
fair.
But it doesn't have, like, a scan and copy function on its printer? Like, the printer next to me has a scan and copy
Yeah,
function, right?
it does. Yeah.
Okay,
you can
so
make
we can just make
copies.
copies
We just
here.
make
Yeah, we
copies
make
there.
copies. Now, the way to suss out if this is the guy looking for his own stuff back is if we give our friend if we give the guy who came to pick up the documents copies, if we give him photocopies and he brings them back to the original owner will know that there was originals on his desk. But if he brings them back to anyone else, they're not going to know that. So a real easy way to tell who he's looking for is if we send back photocopies.
But also they'll know it was an... I'm not okay with that.
But if it's a third party, if we're dealing with another player and they get photocopies, they're not
As a
going to know the
reminder,
difference.
these papers have handwritten things on them. I
Yeah,
can tell
only
which
the-
one's a photocopy and which one isn't.
Yeah, no. Not that they wouldn't know it's a photocopy, but
They wouldn't know it's
only the
supposed to be,
person who
or
wrote
isn't supposed to
it
be.
down and had it on his own desk would know that he had originals at home. Anyone else would not be that thrown off by photocopies, thinking, oh, he has copies at home and he has originals somewhere else.
It would make me more suspicious. I make sure... I'm assuming we're having this conversation away from the guy, because I then say, Nicole,
This is while we are...
do you have something small enough that you could bug some papers with a GPS tracker?
I used to. And she kind of looks disgruntled at the mess on the floor of, trampled electronic bits. I have nothing on that tag anymore. Sorry, guys.
So
Could we go
it
pick-
is worth noting that the what you took off of this guy, off of Grady, was
Yeah, we didn't actually look through it.
yeah, it was a file, and it seems to be the medical records for the 3 individuals that the cases were on. And this will answer a previous question. There is a common thread among them. They all have had what's the best way to describe it? Due to traumatic head injuries, they have all been augmented cranially, like only to repair damage to the brain.
So all 3 of the people he's looking for
Mhm.
have, like, robot brains?
Yeah, there something happened in each of their past that caused brain damage. One of them, it was a high fever. Another one, it was traumatic head injury, and the other one had a congenital problem.
He's
All of
hacking-
them were fixed.
Is
with-
he hacking brains?
I think he wants to swap bodies with them.
Maybe.
Is
He
this-
specifically didn't have any cybernetics, but this makes me call that into question.
If it's something in your brain, it might not be obvious.
Yeah.
Is there like some sort of, not like physically interfacing with computers check, but like a thinking about how all this technology works together check. I can make.
Cybernetics knowledge check.
Yeah, like a
Cybernetic
cybernetics
systems.
knowledge.
Cyber-wise.
I think
Like,
that might
what
still
can you do
be
with this
investigate.
specific-
Yeah, it's investigate. Yeah, if you've got a question, investigate. We'll get it done.
I think I only can use computers because I'm not hacking, unless hacking would help here. Like, is he trying to hack
Can
their
you hack?
brains?
Do you have
No.
thumbs? Do you have
Okay.
thumbs?
But I would say that due to you have the forearm data jack as a power tag, yeah?
I do. Does
Okay,
that
so
go
you-
over to dog form?
No, but it indicates to me that you have some knowledge of how cybernetics work specifically.
Okay. So I can
So
use that.
I would call that a valid tag to use.
Okay. I assume if that works, then bio-encoded probably.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's 3. And then just investigate.
Mhm.
11.
Okay. So three questions you have based on all of this information in front of you and your knowledge of cybernetics.
I guess the first one would be, what does he want to do with these people or something like that, right? Like, what use of this cybernetic does a man with no cybernetics have?
Okay. So all of the medical files point to the part of the brain that was specifically damaged with all 3 of these was the part that controls inhibition. So basically, piecing it all together, these specific cybernetics were implanted to make these people more moral, I guess. They needed something in their brain to control their thoughts and not and give them the logical reasoning to exist within society. Like,
Yeah.
without these implants, they would have had 0 inhibitions and they would have just acted on impulse.
Yeah.
So it looks like he wants something to do with that. He wants to be able to control his dirty self somehow.
Maybe. Or turn it off and on again, or literally get rid of desires that he doesn't like that he has.
Something like that. So in order for him to do this, he would also need a play. Like, do you think a valid question to ask would be, who would be willing to do this? Like, this guy's a missing person. He can't just walk up to like any old person and go, "Hey, could you put a thing in my brain? I won't tell you who I am," right?
Well, I mean, that does exist in the
Yeah.
city, right? There are like back alley cyber doctors,
They'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You just have to pay them and they do something dumb.
Either
to
they
you.
supply it if they have it, or you supply it and they'll put it in.
What else? Does anyone have any good questions?
Well, they're all missing persons.
Yeah.
And it looks
Is
like
he
he is,
gonna pilot these people around like
if he is
puppets?
looking for them, I guess a question could be, does their medical condition have to do with why they disappeared?
Can we glean
specifically, like, what's that?
Can we glean that from the information we have?
Yeah, because this is combining like the new medical information, your knowledge on cybernetics, like and everything
Yeah.
leading up to
Like,
that.
if it went
like, we're
haywire, would they
encompassing-
have just gone off the radar?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I guess that's the question. If something goes wrong with your inhibitor chip, do you just go like, bye? Right? Like, could this disappearance from these guys be tied to this guy's disappearance?
I mean, it definitely is tied in some way.
Yeah, in some way, but
Yeah,
I
their
mean, more-
original disappearance, not so much. Like, now it's possible that all 3 of these guys could have gone off the grid because their implant stopped working. As a matter of fact, yeah, that's actually the likely conclusion here, is that, yeah, these guys just dropped off, like they just left their original
yeah.
life because something else happened, and they just, went off in that direction.
Perhaps they had a pattern that suddenly they stopped following and they're now missing.
Are these cybernetics? This is a theoretical question. Are these cybernetics coming from the company of the guy who we're investigating for? Is it maybe a faulty product in some way?
Do they all have the same specific implant? Is that what question we want to ask?
Well, I guess more like, do we know does it say in the medical record, like, implant number C37 from X Industries, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they are all SciTech implants.
He's God. I want to say he's like hacking the people to make them do something. I'm thinking robot zombies, but
I'm also half wondering if he's been
that seems not the
I-
right thread. It seems more complicated that he's
I
just
think
turning
he
disabled
has
people
one
into
of these implants, and what's happened is it's malfunctioned, which is why
he's doing
he's
all the weird stuff.
he's doing all the weird stuff. He's probably got a bunch of tattoos. Like, he's just going whatever.
Yeah, that is what you end up gleaning from all of this, is that, yeah, it seems that this guy suffered from the same thing that all three of these other guys suffered from.
But he
kicked
seemed
in
to
the
be
head.
aware of it and didn't completely drop off the grid because of just how.
Well, because he had the same implant. He had the
It's-
same.
Yeah, maybe it's like they need to do a recall on it. Like, he knows, like, oh, these guys are disappearing. I have that same implant. If I can find them before my implant goes, we can fix it.
It might not
I
be
think
a
that's
sudden
why he was
glitch. It
looking
might
at
be a
these
slow degradation thing or something.
It could be.
If you
So
still,
is it maybe time then to go back to the company and figure out what's up with the implant?
we could go to the company. We could go to the
We
club.
have one
We
more
already have a
question.
lead, which we already convinced this guy to help us out. Well, to give us an in on. So good.
Yeah.
I think that's
Do
the
you think
strongest lead. Most
okay.
dangerous, but strongest.
Here's a thing that could be our last question, but is more me thinking out loud. Do you
Mhm.
think this cyber company puts GPS trackers in the brain things?
Yes.
I feel like
Yes.
They never wouldn't.
do these have GPS
No,
trackers in them?
I'll answer that as a setting question. No,
Okay.
Okay.
like that doesn't happen specifically.
Okay.
Oh,
They've been
probably does
specific. There's
happen.
probably very strong legislation against it.
Yeah, there's probably rules against
Yeah.
it. Not that it can't happen, but
Yeah,
like,
when your eyes are able to record everything around you, electronic privacy laws become, really standard.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, you could totally get a chip that blurs you to other people's eyes.
Fair. Okay. So I guess that's probably one of the dangers of underground stuff, is they might have chipped it if you get something that isn't fully.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They might have chipped it. They might, especially if you have like
Yeah.
cyber brain.
Sell
they
it to
could be
you, and then take it back later, and then
They could
sell
be
it again.
recording. They could be recording the data from your cyber brain.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and
That
that's
would be such a
one of
that would
the
be such a weird racket. You pay people to get cyber brain implants, then you have a cafe where people put on helmets and then just zoom into you.
like being John Malkovich, but the cyber version of it.
Yeah,
That's-
but like a
that's
but
kinda
like a
cool.
cat, but it's a cafe. You come and you sit down and you pay by the hour to
Yeah.
put on the hat.
It's a Sync Sense, but it's a live
It's-
stream.
Yeah, it's a live
It's Second
stream.
Life Sixth Sense, yeah.
Yeah,
Literally Second Life.
but it's boring. Like the only control you have is just flip through the channels of the different people this cafe has roped into its scheme.
That's why they try to get interesting people.
Well,
No,
the
with
CEO would definitely
cybernetics, as
fail on that
far as
one.
like electronic security goes with them, the only way to screw with those is like pre-implantation, or when you have direct access to it. Like you can't do
Yeah.
anything remotely with it. It needs to be, you need to have it open and wires hanging out of it in order to do anything to
Okay.
it.
Otherwise, so many people would just die.
True.
Yep.
Yeah, I just so we just have that one floater for cyberbrain stuff, right? We can hold that.
Yeah, I think let's hold
Yep.
it for now.
So it looks like we know why he disappeared.
Is there anything else we want to do? If we have made copies already, then is there anything else you want to do here?
Anything else here?
I don't think there is. Like, we could look through the house.
We
logs,
haven't yet
but I
looked
think
through
we
the
already
house
know.
logs. That's true. We might find some more stuff in there.
Yeah, looking through the house logs, you'll see, your 2 entries. But previous to that, it's all almost to the second, right? You can see a schedule of leave
Yeah.
for work, come home, leave wake up in the morning. In the morning, there's like a leave and a come back within half an hour, so that's probably the morning run. And an hour later, leave. 12 hours after that, come home.
I guess the only question I have is when he disappeared. I believe they said he just went into his home and never came out or something like that. So I guess I check the log for that day. I don't know if I need to roll to investigate that day.
No, there's no entry for there's coming home, and then the security alarm gets reactivated, and that's it.
Okay, so there's no log of him leaving.
Can we? Oh, there's another thing I wanted to do with the security, but like I'm a dog, so like, can we look at like the different profiles and like what they have access to? Like, will it say like front door, back door, etc., etc.? Like, does it list everything that is hooked up to the security system?
Yeah, there's basic like user profiles set up. Like the maid has access to like interior and the front door. Yeah, there's
weird, like bat cave, like secret.
Last session, I believe we
bookcase
searched for
door.
secret rooms and didn't find any.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
how did he get out of his house?
I think we could just. I might do one last investigate and the main one is how did he leave? Is that good?
Well, you still do have 2 on the searching Gaines mansion thing.
Oh, we do? Okay. Never mind.
We have somebody unfilled.
Then I will spend a clue there. I'm going to move that over.
Yeah.
If that's good with everyone.
Yeah,
to ask
go for it.
how did he leave?
Yeah, looking through there, it looks like it was circumvented. There is one window that is no longer alarmed.
Okay.
Is that recent? Was that a recent turnoff, or like we may not see when like the feature was tripped, but was this window previously alarmed?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
But it looks like it was taken offline purposefully and with
And recently.
Yeah.
Well, recently.
You probably couldn't tell recently.
It was an authorized takeoff. It wasn't
it wasn't hacked.
It wasn't this guy, getting.
Yeah, it's likely that Gaines himself just disabled it and then snuck out.
So we have an exit. He got out through a window. Do these places have cameras? I don't remember if we said they had
not
cameras.
Interior.
Interior, no. On the grounds, probably.
Okay.
And there is no footage of them leaving.
Yeah, he would know if
he would know his blind
he
spot.
was not
He'd know the blind spots, or he would have wiped it or
determined-
turned off the cameras temporarily.
Yeah. We have determined no crime was committed in his disappearance.
No,
he just left.
Okay.
Correct.
The extreme dichotomy between the regimentation of his life before and the not here now makes me think for sure there's a chip in his brain.
That his robot brain broke?
Either there is a chip in his brain, or he wants one because something's wrong with his brain.
I think there is one that's malfunctioned because he's been looking into these people who have that chip. He's been so regimented before, and all of a sudden he stops.
And even with that being that regimented, that's weird and is making me suspect the old man.
Okay.
I don't know why he would do it and then call us in.
Good CEO.
He didn't.
He did call us.
No, his mentor called us.
No. The old.
Oh,
man.
I see.
Rafael.
Yeah.
Now it is worth noting that previous encounter with Rafael, there was a roll by Ryland that would have inflicted a massive status if he lied about things.
Yeah, like a level 5 status, I think, or something insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was paranoid about everything, right? So that's why he gave us that sync sense chip, which
I
he
don't
wouldn't
think
have
he would
done
have
if
done
he
it.
did it.
Plus,
Yeah.
we literally last time had the client did it, so or something similar. Wasn't
Yeah.
quite.
Yeah, in the meta of the story, you don't use the same plot twice.
Never.
I like where your head's at. That happened last episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Well,
last
it's
case. It
not
can't
that.
happen
the
this
last
case.
Every case is different.
2021.
Strange how that happens.
We gotta wait till next season to recycle any case formulas.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. Just look at our case bingo. Check something
Case
off.
bingo.
I am ready to go to this meeting then. I say go to this meeting. We're not going to be, rocking up there. We're going to be following after.
Yeah.
So you're gonna follow the burglar Grady?
Mhm.
We're going to follow him, watch the meeting, and then after the meeting is done, follow the person he met with.
Okay.
That's
Did
my
he
idea.
freak out when the dog talked? Like, did he recognize that the dog was talking?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna tell him, I have your scent. I will find you. So
Yeah, but
he doesn't.
you are a dog as far as he's concerned.
Yeah.
Cool.
He didn't. He just made
Like
her bark.
somebody apparently put some cyberware on their dog. Like that's
Yeah.
weird, but
It's
Just
just
weird.
It's literally the dogs from Up.
I'm sure it's a thing that happens though. Like your pet gets hit by a car, so I guess Fido's got robot legs.
Yep.
Why
it's-
not?
it was probably more standard than humans at one point because that's how they proved it was safe. Right? They were
Yeah.
like, we can cybernetically enhance your chihuahua and look how good they did. Now let's replace your leg.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
probably
the-
was military first, and then they're like, "Oh, we could do this to people."
Yeah. I'm trying to think of cool pet adaptations. Probably a lot of ease of use for pet cybernetics could be
I just thought of
installed.
the best one.
Oh.
It's a cat cybernetic that is a laser pointer in its head that goes wherever it's looking. So it just
Oh
constantly.
no.
It's so good.
I was thinking a can
you would
opener.
have gone.
I was thinking a can opener on a cat's paw, so we could open some cat food.
That's a horrible idea. The cat's just gonna eat everything.
I figured the standard option would have been like the auto scooper for your dog when you're taking him a walk. Like clean him up after him.
It's a rocket. It's a high-powered sphinctal ejection system that launches it across your neighborhood. Scoop nothing.
Uh,
Oh no.
All right, before that goes any further, so you
yeah. Sure.
so yeah, you have some time before the meeting. So
Let's go to
if you want to
Jazz
do
club.
anything in between,
I want to pick up we should pick up the pizza car and stop riding in the robot car that's being tracked by the company.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Also,
As nice
I
as the
have
car is.
I have a quarter of my powers tied to the pizza car.
That's fair.
I
Also,
do
the
not
pizza
have a
car is
quarter
currently
of my-
parked outside of our office. So we'll just take the other car there.
Yeah,
and switch. To
we
the
just
pizza
leave
car.
it in front of the office. We can let scratch
Okay.
it.
Will they let a dog into the the limousine?
Probably, I'd guess, if it's.
I mean, who's gonna
So-
complain?
Yeah, they just.
It's a
might be
robot
fine.
driver. Like
So
that's-
as the door opens, and you all get in, you notice that Atari's being a little hesitant to like hop in the back, and you hear the voice of driver say, "Master Atari, are you getting in, sir?"
Wait.
Who would recognize you by your MAC address?
Oh. Yes, I am. And I just hop in. Curl up.
Nicole, do you want to go pick up some more? I pause for a weirdly long time. Equipment. Before the meeting, stuff that was smashed.
In/out of character, hard to answer here. Yes, but I don't know how mechanically we would
Unburn a
that.
tag. I think we
Yeah.
can.
Downtime.
Oh, downtime. We don't have
Is there
downtime
enough
time.
time for downtime?
I was allowing for downtime. Yeah, that's why I said there's a
Oh,
little bit of
okay.
time between the meetings.
I see.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
If
please.
that's the case,
we
absolutely.
will downtime.
Do I
Okay.
have a tag to unburn? I don't have a tag to burn.
I have a body to get back.
Well, if you don't have a tag to unburn, you can prepare, which gets you some juice. If you want some juice going into the next scene.
We could work the case, and we get 3 clues with a method and a source based on how we describe we work the case.
Yeah, actually, that might be what Theon does during this downtime. I've spent too long not within the greasy hold of the pizza car. So that might be the answer. There's
Oh, that's a long thing. I wouldn't click it.
what's the downtime one?
No, that's the correct move. It's just a lot in chat,
Yeah.
so I just use the handout.
Oh, I couldn't find it. This is a little bit faster than finding the handout.
Fair.
Yeah, so you can prepare, which will allow you to recover all your burnt power tags or gain 3 juice. You can recover if you have statuses you want to get rid of. You can give attention to one of your logos themes if you want to, for instance, Fion deliver pizzas on your way home.
Yeah, I think an easy answer for Nicole is just grabbing a couple more of those trinkets from the office, from the home, making sure that she's actually properly stocked up if she needs to, actually running by another store.
Okay.
She knows where she's buying these things from.
Um,
So I'll recover those hard tags.
So you said when I go back into human form, my statuses are gone?
Yeah, they're functionally gone now, but yes, the
Oh.
wolf form basically heals you as you go into and out of it.
Okay, but if I don't recover from them now, when I go back out, they'll still be there?
No, consider them gone. I
Oh, okay.
misspoke before. Like your transformation negates the statuses.
Got it. Okay.
And that
I
was from
guess.
rolling really well on stop holding back.
Okay.
But you're still a wolf. Do you have to do a thing to unwolf?
I think it just would
you're
happen
gonna
after
be a
downtime?
wolf until no. You're
Until
still a
you
wolf.
until you do a thing to specifically no longer be a wolf.
Okay, I want to recover power tags by thinking about my defining event. So it's probably we're in the limousine and he's like a sad dog on a puppy, like a car ride, like face at the window, looking out like at the the night, and just sort of thinking back to that day.
Now, are you thinking about it like how a wolf would think about it? Like I was on my own, my pack didn't have my back. Like, of course I got nailed, like, or are you thinking about it like a human would?
Oh, that's a good question. Such a good question. I'm gonna flip a coin. I'm thinking about it as a wolf. I didn't have a pack.
And now you do. Like
Yeah.
looking around the car, you're like, I have a pack now.
Mhm. And that is that recovers all my power tags of filled with rage, fellow nerds, and pick your battles. Because listen, we're all nerds in this car. We're just nerdy in different ways.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Theon is gonna leave after we get back with the intention of like talking to some people and trying to track down some leads. Then my phone just keeps going off and I mark attention on pizza delivery. I think that's the appropriate answer for what do I do in the 2 hours between events? It's I deliver pizza.
Fair.
I want to check something on Atari's sheet real quick, actually. Atari,
Yes.
you have a pack now. Do you feel like constantly bullied is resolved?
kind
And who picked on you last?
I just accidentally mentioned he's well trained.
I don't know, because I feel like the constantly bullied is like that's sort of what makes him have to go so hard all the time, right? But that's because
Yeah, it was
he
just you were thinking back to that defining event of like, and do you feel like people bullying you is a factor anymore? Are you
I don't
beyond
think so.
bullying?
Yeah, I think so.
You think you are beyond bullying?
I think so. Oh,
End of the road. If your identity ever becomes resolved, you can rephrase it in the same spirit to describe a new goal, a greater scope, or a new angle. Alternatively, if this aspect of your life is truly ended, you can replace the identity's theme.
It could be something about a pack.
So I have a thing for if it flips to a mythos, but not for doing a new logos.
The one I immediately
Replacing-
thought of is
Yeah, replacing the theme would be basically the defining event would go away. You could make it a defining relationship.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You could also make it a mission if you wanted to make it more like protective. Mission to protect the pack.
You could have a watch routine.
A watch routine. No, I did that last. I did that in Blades. I had a watch routine. I did in Blades.
You could have a patrol route. The route you walk around as a dog around the whole city that you do
Dog
every
walks.
night.
You need walks.
I will look into that. I will change it, but I'll probably do it when we go to break.
Okay.
Mhm.
That will be soon.
Yeah.
Ryland considers looking up online tips about how to shoot people with a gun, and then decides not to. I almost
That
went
would
for.
put you on a list so quickly.
No,
How
it
do I
wouldn't.
shoot people?
In this city?
No, it wouldn't.
No.
People are shot every second in this city.
Yeah, there's
What are you
YouTube.
talking
There's
about?
probably just YouTube channels on about just like how to do that properly.
There are now. This is once
Yes,
again you're
I mean-
describing a cyberpunk future
That
we
is
live
today.
in.
Yep. He considers it, and I considered doing prepare for the next activity because I know it's going to go badly. But instead, I think I'm going to explore my mythos. I think,
In like the 2 hours, you're gonna do some real self-inquiry.
well, he's going to start reading up on this legislation he hasn't heard about before about cyberware tracking and the protection against it.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. I was
Yeah,
trying to say
'cause
don't do it.
my mystery is what is the value of privacy? So I think he's gonna like, oh, okay. This is one of the
quantifiable.
aspects where it isn't fully just corporations have all the power. There is this a modicum of government protection here for cyberware itself. So I think he's surprised and reading up on it.
Yeah.
I gain a clue with a method and a source. So I think I will add that, and it's literally, I think, cyberware legislation. Or the source will be cyberware registration. And the method will be just reading it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, research.
So. Okay. And then I mark attention on that mysteries theme.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll do. XP. I think it makes sense. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, yeah, and that doesn't conflict with any of your logos, right?
I will double check. I don't think so.
Okay.
Not that I am seeing.
All right. Anybody else?
I think that's all of
Are
us
we all
doing
good?
one action.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Okay, so yeah, you take a little. Yep.
What was the guy that we were supposedly following doing for at least last 2 hours?
I
We
don't.
go off and do some stuff, and he's
Yeah, he's with you. Like you keep him with you for this.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but his meeting wasn't until sunup. So
Okay, so this isn't just a couple hours. This is
yeah,
all night.
All right.
yeah. So if you're, so yeah, you all pile into the pizza mobile. After this guy like calls a taxi or a ride share and gets in and leads you into the Mott district of the city. Now this is the upper middle class, um, sort of older brownstone buildings that are very nicely kept. A lot of like ivy going up the sides. You know, it's a nicer place. But there's one sort of couple block section which is like the nightlife district, which has got a bunch of theaters and clubs, but not, you know, not your techno rave clubs. These are like gentlemen's clubs, cigar bars, like, you know, those kinds of big plush leather chair kind of clubs.
Bougie clubs.
Yeah. And in the center of it is a 2-story building that takes up almost like half it takes up a full block, but only half in the other axes. Um, it's got balconies at every window across the second floor. On the bottom floor, it's mirrored glass, and yeah, there's a velvet walkway to get in. Nice red carpet leading into 2 double doors. They're like old Victorian looking, with shiny brass handles and bars on them. And yeah, there's a neon sign on the corner of the building that says Gora Roja, and on the side of the A is a neon hat that blinks, like hanging off of the top side of it. Um, the car continues around like down half the block and turns into an alley on the back side of the club. If you guys are sneaking and keeping you know, your distance and everything, well, eventually we will have to roll a sneak around in your
To sneak
bright
into the
pizza
club?
car.
Yeah,
Well, if you know, if you're no, he's having the meeting in the back alley, but like,
Ah.
what are you doing to keep from being seen?
I don't think we need to not be seen. We need to not be suspicious. Can I order a
I'm-
pizza to the back alley of this club?
Yeah. Yes, yes, you can. That is our in. That is always the in.
Okay.
Now,
Tried
one
and
can
true
stop
method.
me. Oh, I'm sorry. I was told you delivered a pizza here.
Yeah. Are you? Yep.
Are you Greg? I have a pizza
Are
for
you-
Greg.
I see Wiener. Oh,
nice.
I think I-
Pizza for Hugh Janus. God damn it!
I think I ordered a pizza to the back alley.
So I'm still a dog, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm
A
the
big
least
dog.
suspicious one
You
of the
are.
bunch
Yeah.
because I'm a dog. So I could just hang out in the alley as like a poor little cyber dog, just
Are we
listening.
doing a? Are we basically doing a setup roll to? Is it a setup roll?
I don't think we have setup rules in this.
Yeah, I mean, you could change the game with something,
Oh,
but I
never
don't
mind,
think
you're right.
there's like any relevant story tags, really. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're acting deceptively, I mean, it could still be sneak around to just not be noticed as out of place.
Yeah, it might
Yeah,
be
the
sneak
set-
around.
The change of the game could be like our plan or our method for how we're doing it, and then sneak around could be when we put it to the test. If we want
What
it
is
to be
our
careful.
actual goal here? To just hear what's going on in the meeting, or?
I at least want to talk to this person because Ryland believes that if he talks to people, they will be reasonable and we can get what we want.
Ryland's gonna die.
I want to hear in case this guy double crosses us and says, "Yo, there are people at the house and they're wanting to follow you." Like, I want to hear that part.
We have dog ears. It's not.
I don't
Yeah.
have a tag for dog ears.
You have a
We
tag for
wanna get-
werewolf,
No
though.
enhanced census
Yeah.
tag.
No.
Is werewolf not a tag?
Werewolf is a tag, but I don't.
Yeah, there's your dog tag.
Ah, I get it.
Hey.
So the goal of we're trying to just inject ourselves into this meeting.
Yeah, and
Sounds like
eavesdropping is also sneaking around. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you're going to like do this, it would be
Okay.
a sneak around roll.
So
I
sticking
think
around until we inject ourselves.
the main...
Mhm.
Which of us are attaching ourselves, I guess, to... or if we're splitting up or not. Because I think Fion is probably doing the main sneaking. The pizza
Yeah,
thing.
I'm slowly edging the pizza car into the other side of the alley, and I'm just trying to hope we don't get noticed as we sneak. And then if we get caught, we have the cover of pizza.
You have the cover of pizza.
Well, that's like your method, right? You're using the pizza delivery as a way to sneak in, but sneak in doesn't mean not seen. It just means nobody
Not
notices
ignored.
that you're out of place here.
Yeah.
So are we all just sitting in the pizza car and seeing what we can hear until the point at which we're like, okay, let's get out and introduce ourselves?
I do have the card, but it wasn't an invitation, was it? It was a card.
Yeah, it's a business card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Physically sneaking is not a good idea.
I think I could.
You can physically sneak. I think Nicole and I are just gonna wait in the car. Like,
I should not get out of the car if we're
Okay.
trying to be sneaky.
Okay.
Oh, is it me and Fion doing some sneaky stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds like it. But it sounds like
yeah.
you're doing it separately. So yeah, roll individually.
I would like to help Fion using my 1 help point with Fion.
How are you
All right.
helping?
Yeah, how are you helping? What is the
I'm a dog. If they see me, well,
you're
I'm
a
in a car.
wolf.
You're a wolf and I'm
they
in a
see me
boot.
as a dog.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
They do. They see you as like a city mutt, probably.
I'm in a motor vehicle.
If I
You could
can't
come up and
help,
ask
then
for
I can't.
scritches.
I think it's more I want them to ignore me. Just be like, oh, there's a poor sewer dog.
How does that help
It
Fion,
just-
though?
Sewer
I don't
dog?
know.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I think we're acting
Amphibious
independently
sewer
here
dogs.
on our approach.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Actually, sewer dog sounds like a hot dog.
Okay.
I will be werewolf. I could finally use fur coat because it is not
Mhm.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Is this pick your battles?
You're not choosing to or not to fight, I think.
Yeah. There's no conflict yet.
Okay.
Wait, question. Do you get points? You don't get points for 2 negatives, do you?
Correct.
Yeah, so it actually
Just
would have
one.
been a 7.
It's actually a 7 then. It is
Okay.
a power
Okay.
2-7.
That's better.
I forgot.
I think I can only do 2, so I will sneak around with 2. Hey.
Interestingly, the very large dog, they're like, okay. It's just a stray dog.
They didn't notice the dog.
And what sneak around on a 7?
It's complicated. Is how it rolls it out. So I would choose. So you do maintain cover, but either someone unimportant noticed you, or you were perceived only by a secondary sense, or you must leave something important behind or be discovered.
I have an idea, if you want.
Yeah, what's your idea?
A random drunk club goer sees that you have pizza and wants it, even though it's ordered for someone else.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I like that. Yeah, like you get out of the
that
car
seems-
with the pizza and you walk
Yeah.
up and there's a belligerently drunk
Dude at the alley.
I was gonna say like 21-year-old female with like a broken heel, and she's obviously like very wasted.
And I have a hot and ready pizza.
And she is demanding pizza and poking you in the chest.
Do you know who my father is?
It's like, so I think I think Theon has very little backbone here, and just as soon as they get waylaid by this drunk club goer, obviously it's hard to sneak up because now they hear conversation down the alley, not just someone walking up with the pizza. But Theon's like, no, it's for the creepy dude over there. And she's just still trying to like
Yeah.
grab it out of my
I think
hand.
the name is literally like
Garlic
on.
knot.
Oh, and I ordered for the man in the red hat.
It's like I just start yelling for their attention to be like, if you want your pizza, y'all, if you want this pizza, gotta come
So,
in.
in the background while this is happening, you can see Grady sort of leaning up against a dumpster, and out the back service door of this place comes fairly well muscled guy wearing a tight white t-shirt and acid wash jeans because he's that kind of asshole. Um, he's also wearing a red beret, sort of cocked to the side. But you notice that the beret itself looks a bit rusty colored, like it maybe faded out a bit. It just has a ruddy sheen to it. And yeah, as the girl gets louder and louder and starts demanding pizza, and I need this pizza because I've been in there all night and they don't stop serving alcohol and they have no food, and my stomach feels like garbage.
Shaking the broken heel.
I have had the worst night. I don't know where my friends are. All I want is chemical cheese.
She eventually gets it because I'm not gonna wrestle a drunk person down to save this pizza.
Yeah, you start yelling at the guy that do you want this pizza? It's for you. And they like turns and you get this bewildered look, and he starts like walking towards you.
Like pointing at the pizza, like, yeah, this one. This one's for you. I was told to deliver it. Man with red hat in alley.
Yeah, you can see like behind him, Grady has this look on his face like, you just fucking killed me. What are you doing?
It doesn't say that they have to tip or anything. Was this for you? Were you gonna give me some cash? Because like I'm having to fight this lady to keep your product safe.
Is
and
she just like
warm.
reaching for it, and you have like a hand in her face, like no?
Now, Fiona, as this guy gets a bit closer to you, you see his face is like the skin is very weathered and pockmarked, and not a very good-looking individual, right? But the face itself starts looking more and more grotesque to you the more definition it has. Unnaturally grotesque.
Mm.
And yeah, he walks up, he's like, what's with this pizza?
That's
I
for you.
didn't order nothing.
Don't ask me. You can call your pizza delivery service and see why someone has sent you a pizza. You
Is
could
it
call user number 47. Just read a random series of numbers.
It is paid for. I used my pizza subscription for it.
Okay.
Your free pizza of the your birthday pizza.
Yeah, my pizza of the week.
Yeah. He grabs it out of your hand, opens it up. He's like, fuck, what passes for pizza around here? And he's like, hey, you, fuck off. And he throws a piece of pizza at the girl, and it like splats on her dress.
Assuming she grabs it and eats it.
How hot and ready are your hot and readies?
It was 30 minutes when I pulled into the alley.
Okay, so it's not like burns, but yeah. Yeah, she like pulls it off and starts like pulling the cheese off of her dress and eating it, just like wandering down the alley, sated by the worst pizza in this city.
Yeah.
And the guy looks at you and he's like, what? You said it was paid for?
But they didn't leave a tip.
Got a tip for you, mate. Don't ask me for no tip. And he starts walking back.
I want to pursue after him as if this is still about the tip, and I'm going to attempt to
Wow.
subdue this gentleman until my wolf friend comes in to save me.
I'm at the other end of the alley, poking through, like looking like a sad puppy, and I was like, "You're on your own."
This is what we wanted. We wanted to be part of the meeting, and I'm
We
trying to
wanted
keep
to
us
overhear the meeting. We wanted to overhear the meeting.
Yeah, I think Nicole and Ryland are just wide-eyed looking at each other like, what is he doing? Why do we keep leaving this man alone?
This
Part
is
of
the
the
best
meeting.
point.
We're trying to get
Go to
involved in these business negotiations.
So, I mean, what is your general demeanor with this? Are you like, are you Karening out on this guy for not giving you a tip? Like, or is it more like, you know, look, it's customary and just your general fionness?
We at
It's like
Pizza Co.
this is
deny
how I
any.
pay- This is how I pay my rent. Like you can't just assume that these services get paid for by the company. They clearly don't.
All right, are you actively trying to accomplish something by this, or are you just stalling the guy?
I'm stalling the guy till we get someone who knows how to do anything, like in a better position, even if the position's to listen.
Okay.
I'm in listening.
If
position.
you have a help point with me, you could spend that instead of rolling, and I could sneak out of the car.
Yeah, that works. I can use this as a setup for a help point for someone to do some action off of the now distracted now the temporarily distracted large man with a pockmarked face.
Okay.
I do have a help point with Ryland.
I'm gonna try and sneak.
Do we want to go to break first? With Fiat
I'll roll
chasing
this quickly,
man?
and then let's go to break. I don't think it'll take long.
Yeah, we
There you
zoom
go.
out from the argument and we see sneaking out of the car.
Yeah. I have dark vision, which is good, I think, to help. If this guy has any metal on him, which he very well might, metal sense would help me see him through, like,
Mm-hmm.
my hiding place.
Now, this would be, yeah, I guess you can't see through metal. I guess
No.
you could say you could see through a dumpster or the car door.
Exactly.
But that's not seeing through metal. You just see the metal.
Yeah. But if I'm, like, behind a bunch of trash bags, then I might see that, like, oh, this floating outline of a gun is approaching me or something like that. Eyes wide open is in regards to me having a minor amount of experience, but what to expect. I don't know if it covers this, though.
I'd say it. Yeah, I'd say it does. It
Okay.
gives you tactical awareness of the situation.
Okay, and then one from help. Let's roll to sneak around as well. So I look at Nicole and say, wish me luck, and then I, like, wait for just the best time to quietly slip out of the door, try and sneak closer to where the meeting is.
Okay.
11.
Yeah, you using Fionn as a distraction, you like skirt your way around and behind some dumpsters and you now have a perfect view of what could be a meeting if Fionn just fucking gets out of the way.
And after I notice somehow that you're in place, because everyone that should fall for your disguise does. After I notice you're in place, I yell some hippy dippy like half profanities at him and walk away.
I just imagine it's like a stealth video game where I'm just, like, crouched right behind the guy, and literally everyone else can see me, but they're allied with me, including the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Grady, we'll fade to black on
And then
Grady
I
just
find a
looking
real hiding place.
horrified as
Yeah, then I find a real
as
hiding
yeah,
place.
you get in.
And
Okay.
Yep.
All right,
Cool.
we'll be back
Okay.
in a minute.
yeah, this was
in
definitely
5 minutes.
entertaining. Yeah, in a few minutes.
Just racist.
And that's what we went live on.
Yep.
Welcome back, everybody. It's just racism.
Yes.
We were history is
okay.
bad.
That's out of context.
Yes.
Okay.
The context
Clip it and ship it, everyone. Let's go.
and modern times, and they're both bad.
Yep.
All right. So ethical discussions aside, in the off time. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So we come back to yeah, Fion like getting back in the car, and are you like reversing out of the alley, or are you like fumbling
No,
with your phone? What do you?
I'm just gonna sit there. I'm gonna turn the lights off, so it's not like
Okay,
headlights flaring, because that would be obnoxious.
right. So so yeah, the lights go off. Like they both Grady and the red capped man look at the car for a solid 45 seconds, and they see that you're not leaving. Um, and they retreat inside the doorway a little bit. Like the door's still open. The other two can see inside, but like they're getting out of view of you. Um,
Fine then.
and you hear the exchange between the two of them, both Atari and Rylan. And am I assuming also Nicole, because you've given some two-way radio to Rylan that you can listen or something? That seems like something you'd do.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Fair.
See, but once again, this could be solved with conference call and Ryland's phone in his pocket, just like on the headphone out.
Yeah, but Nicole has to have a gadget that
Yeah,
does
no,
it,
she
like-
has to have a gadget. I'm not saying we didn't do the dumb gadget. I'm just saying the dumb gadget can be replaced with a conference call.
True.
Dumb gadget's so much more fun.
Yeah.
Where's the fun in that?
It has,
Same thing
it
with
has
the
a
copier.
directional microphone. Excuse me.
It's a parabolic microphone.
I wonder what it would look like, this one.
I'm
I
imagining like
have a list of modified
probably
ones,
like
and I
a-
know the one that looks the closest. And the line I have here for the gadget that is the closest for microphones or two-way communication device is lipstick / straw war paint that picks up facial movements and allows for long-distance communication.
I think it's just a
Perfect.
lipstick that you pull the top off and you spit it up, and there's a little compression mic that just comes out from inside
I think
the
the intent was worn lipstick.
Yeah, literally, like catching
Put
the
it
way
on.
the face is moving. Yep.
oh, but
So
that's for
you
the
basically
person
have cat
talking,
whiskers
right?
drawn on for the moment because you were not going to be willing to be putting
I
that
have
on your lips.
lipstick cat whiskers
bright
on my
blue.
cheeks.
It is bright blue.
Perfect. Blue.
Yeah, you got. I think it'd be funny if it's just you know, another way to do it is just like lips, like kiss lips on the cheek for the.
That also works.
I also imagine like a little cocktail umbrella that is the parabolic mic. So when
Oh
you
yeah.
like tip, that's what you're pointing at.
That's a good
All
thing.
right.
Yeah, Spectre gadget device, magic
Mhm.
lipstick that picks up sound vibrations.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you do hear the conversation. Basically, Grady says, here's the papers you wanted. The guy asks if he ran into any trouble. He's like, no, it's all there. It's all fine. And yeah, there's an exchange of an envelope to Grady. The medical files plus some other things that were rounded up from that room are given over. And yeah, that's the extent. I mean, this is just a dead drop, really, like handing over money for information. So Grady begins to walk away. The guy still standing in the doorway, flipping through the papers that were just given to him.
Okay. Once.
Gonna talk to him. Now's the time.
Yep.
I'm at the other dumpster and I give you like
A wolfy
a
grin.
tail wag.
Okay. Ryland looks very self-conscious about the makeup he's wearing and stands. I think he just starts walking towards the guy and he says, excuse me. Hi.
Yeah, so the guy's like flipping through, and we just hear like the footsteps in the alleyway as Rylan like walks out of the shadow. It's like, hey, excuse me, hi. The guy looks up. He's like, mother. What you want?
I am looking for someone, and I was hoping you could help me with that.
Well, look for like a fucking directory.
Well, you know who it is? Benton Gaines.
His eyes narrow. What you want with that lot?
Trying to find him and make sure he's okay. I think something might be wrong with him, medically speaking.
And what makes you think he's here?
Show the card.
He like takes it, looks at it, puts it in his pocket.
Been here a few times.
Right, he comes around. Like all the others. It's a foreign establishment we got here.
It looks it. It's spacious. I am working. I think I'm gonna name drop. I'm just gonna do it. I say I'm working for Nicholas Raffel. He's interested in his protege's well-being, and I don't think you'd want anything bad to happen or to come out. If anything were to have happened on your establishment, not that I think that would happen, but if it even looks that way, that could hurt your business.
Well, we certainly wouldn't want even anything hurting our business now, would we?
No,
Look, the bloke ain't here.
I believe
Last
you.
time I seen him was a few nights back.
What, if I can ask, I know you value your customers' privacy. How was he? Was he acting himself?
He's having a good time, like everybody else. Might have tied on a few too many, but that happens.
You saw him a few nights ago?
Aye.
And out of character, I'm checking. He disappeared a few weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I don't think Ryland would want it. Ryland says, okay. He's been officially missing for a few weeks now.
First I've heard of it.
Well, he wasn't kidnapped. It looks like he just dropped off the face of the earth himself.
Well, then what's the mystery? Guy's got free will. He can do what he wants.
Yeah. I think the thing is, what's up with him has to do with those. I just pointed his files. And you know that. I know that. Do you want to work together on this or not?
I'm gonna fucking kill that Grady.
It's not his fault.
Right. Best you come inside then. We got some talking to do.
The dog come?
I realise this isn't the front of the house, but there is a sign. No dogs allowed.
Fair.
That is very rude.
Do we have queued up the set?
Do you
We're
actually
gonna be-
say that?
Sure, yeah.
Immediately a gun is drawn and pointed at the dog. What the fuck is that thing? How's it took?
It's some beta cyberware that we're working on. Dog, like, speech translation. It's a prototype.
Yes, I would like some of that pizza I saw you get from the man. That is the pizza man.
All right,
Please.
I'm gonna need a sneak around roll here.
Woof.
Okay,
Woof.
cool.
Bar.
Fur
Wolf
coat.
of a dog.
Do I have help points with you?
Totally a dog. No,
I
person.
do not have help points with you.
Don't
Do you have
worry,
hurt-
I have
do you
new
have-
tags.
Wait, do you have hurt points?
I do, but I don't want to spend them.
What is that? Why would we ever hurt point each other?
If we're doing something the other one doesn't want us to. But
That's fair.
so far, that's not been the case.
I
Yeah,
will
this
use
doesn't seem like a hurt point kind of group. It like
No.
different game it would be, but yeah.
Yeah.
I will use Wolf's Cunning.
Yeah. For some reason, we only hate each other when we're playing Burning Wheel, and not when we're playing other games.
When the mechanics for making things worse but not killing you were baked into the game, you guys are dicks to each other.
It's the killing that we don't want to do.
Now, can I make an argument for computers by like spouting like computer techno jumble of like I am K9 unit, blah 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 blah.
No,
like,
but you're also supposed to be a dog.
I'm a techno dog though.
Yeah.
Yes,
Techno
but
dog.
can dogs do computing? Can you break
Techno
into a
dogs might be able to do computing.
You
techno
don't know
dogs?
it's new.
No one knows about
Okay,
techno
okay,
dogs because
so-
they're not
so-
real.
So the intent of this role is to disarm this individual from thinking that something is horribly, horribly amiss with a talking dog, and you're gonna double down on it, the dog knowing fucking binary.
No, it's less the dog knows and that
The dog knows
computer
your
chip-
MySpace password. Is what
the computer
The
computer that transmits dog intelligence into speech is what's doing it.
Oh,
It's
so like you're
like a
pretending
VI
to
kinda.
say like an automated. The dog isn't even saying this part.
yes.
Like system information. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
that's a bold tactic. That's pretending to be the answering machine when someone when you pick up the phone and realize you don't want to talk to that person. It's pretending to be the answering machine.
Yes, and we'll see how well it works. Pretty well.
Chat log says 14.
Yeah.
All right,
I am Dogbot.
miraculously you're not getting shot.
So we know this guy is a rift
Do
because
we?
the other guy didn't understand.
Yeah.
Good,
I
good
mean,
pickup, yeah.
Marissa.
I mean, I picked up on the riff.
We have a
from the
theory
Vanessa
about who he is, about what at least what his mythos is.
from- Is it Santa? Is he?
It's
going
much
to
worse.
say-
It's basically the opposite of Santa.
But Santa would be a good twist if the guy who
Santa
had the
running a
Santa
night-
rift was evil.
I really should have made a Krampus case, but I didn't.
We literally had one in our other game. It's fine. I think.
Speaking of the
Like
second that they were saying go inside, you're getting whispers in your ear, Ryland, of do not go inside. That is not a good
See,
idea.
and
You
I
are
have
going
eyes
to
wide
die.
open too. I know it's not a good idea. But also there's information in there, and I have a gun, which is clearly
You have a werewolf.
who's right outside.
Well,
No.
you have a wolf.
No, though I might be able to go in. I convinced him I'm just a robot dog.
You can. That's
You
if
did,
get
but
around-
also no dogs allowed. You
Okay,
convinced
you
him to not
didn't get a-
shoot you.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't get around the no dogs allowed sign. We're gonna need if you're gonna stay a dog, we're gonna have to get an audio score for the Snoopy no dogs allowed sound.
I don't know how long I'm staying a dog for. That's up to say.
Long enough to justify that music score.
I think before I step inside, I look at this man, and I say, before I do that, I just need your word that I'll step out of there if I don't make any trouble anymore. 'Cause I know I've made some.
Smiles, and you can see like crooked teeth, very like yellowed. Of course, you're safe in here, mate.
Because if anything should happen to me, I mentioned who I work for. I also am. They wouldn't be the only one who know if anything would happen to me. Would lead them right here. That's it. If I need to roll to convince them, I will to like, don't harm me while I'm in here, or he will
Sure.
suffer a condition that is
Wanted.
Vengeance pursued.
yeah, basically. I think wanted or suspect actually. It's probably the best thing. I'm gonna go with, let's see, eyes wide open. Does he care about my nice suit?
No.
I didn't think so. I just always have to ask that. I think
wants
mediator
off
here
your
actually
corpse
makes
is what he
sense because
wants.
you know this seems like a pretty tense
Yeah.
situation.
Mediator makes sense.
City wise, I don't know.
No.
And then a good reputation. Might not care about that either. But the reputation part might for purposes of this status.
It's not so much what he thinks of your reputation does your reputation
Will it make waves if I
contribute? Yeah.
Okay. And then I think that's good. Okay. 11.
11. Okay.
So you will get a level 3 status if he decides to harm me. I'm in there.
Okay.
Unless I, initiate. So, what does he do?
Yeah, he like steps to the side and like, waves his hand for you to enter.
I look at the dog. Stay. Just keeping up the act. That's it. And then
Acknowledged.
And I just sit.
And then I step inside. Do have the gun probably not very well hidden in like my back, but behind like right in my belt. I step inside.
Okay. So yeah. The rest of you see as the door closes behind Ryland and this individual. Yeah, and Ryland, you walk in. You're sort of in a this is a hallway that leads past several rooms, like for makeup and whatever for the stage show, and like leads up to the stage proper. So yeah, you end up walking out onto the stage of an empty club. Like so at the very back of the room, it's the entire wall is just a long bar. And in front of that is a bunch of tables and everything, and then there's a step down to what look like VIP booths, and then a large dance floor leading up to the stage that you're currently on now. Now the stage has a bunch of podiums that band members would stand behind. They all have the red hat of the club emblazoned on the front of them. Yeah, all the house lights are up right now, and the stage lights are off. And yeah, the guy comes up behind you and says, "So, you want to talk about Benton and what he's been up to lately?"
Yeah, if that's okay. Yeah, because actually what he says.
Come on, mate. Let me show you. Voice. And several individuals come out from adjoining rooms, all also wearing red berets.
That's what I thought.
Ryland gulps. Says, I see. Then
Look
bolts
like-
for the door.
You're gonna bolt for the door, okay?
Well, it looks like he was about to basically.
Wait.
Was I reading that correct?
Yeah, it was definitely a dangerous situation. Like a bunch of muscular individuals all began forming a perimeter in the room coming out of the shadows.
I was wondering if he's gonna say anything on some sort of communication, or if she's just gonna try to leave. Because I could also break up this fight.
You're right. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold my ground then. The phone is still on in my pocket, or the makeup is on. I have the cat whiskers on me. So I think I just gulp.
Oh, the
And
serious business suit and the sparkly blue cat whiskers.
Yep.
So yeah, the man does say that he gets real close to you and says, "You have no idea who I'm connected with in this city. And some geriatric old bastard sitting up in his mansion does not scare me, son. You're asking too many questions. And we want some answers from you now."
I shrug and nod. Okay. Shoot.
"What's your interest in Benton? Why the fuck are you here?"
I was here because I was hired to, but then we saw sync sense is what it was called, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We saw a sync sense of him killing someone after some exciting activities with them.
Yeah,
On
that
one
Benton,
end.
he's got a bit of a streak in him.
I saw the records, those. He's acting not like himself.
For the better, I'd imagine.
Might be. I'm not here to make him come back or anything like that. He's your best customer, you can keep being that.
He he grins and says, "Customer. That's a funny way of thinking about it now, isn't it? Anyway, you want to meet Benton? He's right downstairs."
Can we
Hold the
jump to the
ripcord.
outside, please?
Yeah, so flash outside. What are your other three doing as this all goes down?
The
The
pizza car has been
floor-
turned back on and is ready to go. And at moment's notice, either we're not sure where, but just revving in the alley. Just like, are we doing? Because it's a danger. Like the engine's on, and we're sitting waiting. Like, do we need to go? Do we need to leave? Do we need to go in deeper? What's the?
The moment that he goes in there, I am getting out of the car. I am going up to the door, and I'm going to try and okay, let's communicate with the dog. I'll let Fion know, we need to get him out. Like, there is
Right,
no
bro.
way that he should be going in there because one of the
Do
things.
we need to go in?
Yep. And
All right, I
I'm
roll
going
down
to,
the window.
knock on the door and start banging away
Oh,
until somebody is going to answer.
We can
I'll
just
start
make-
scratching on the door.
My plan, chucking it to the dog, is when the door opens, bolt in. I will try and keep their attention for enough, get him out. And one of the help points that I had originally was, I think of you as like a brother needing protecting. So this is not happening right now.
Is it okay to go for the jugular now?
If he's in danger, yes. So I'm going to continue pounding on that door until someone answers.
Hmm.
I mean, we could just try and break it down.
We could, but my intention here is to bluff my way in with, oh yeah, I'm some sort of reporter for yada yada, and I need to say that this place is great, and basically just windbag my way through.
Okay, so you're just banging on the door trying to get someone to open it from the other side because this door the door is now locked.
If no one
Um,
opens it, I have a backup.
No, the door does open, but I'm gonna need anyone standing in front of it to face danger as the door opens and immediately Tommy gun straight
Oh.
out the door.
So that's all of us. We went over this, and it's all of us right outside the door.
Hmm.
Fair enough. I love shotguns.
I'm gonna go with Savage. I'm also a werewolf.
So they might be higher than you.
I might hear them coming. Could
Yeah,
I
there'd
get
probably
wolf
be like a
cutting on this
just
again?
before the door opened or something like that.
Yeah.
Sounds
No, this was an automatic weapon,
true.
Well, he
Tommy
didn't have
gun.
to. He didn't chamber the round first.
You didn't have to load it.
It just loaded.
Probably.
I mean, you if you're a gangster, yeah, you don't half
That's
the
fair.
chamber around.
Yeah.
You keep it ready to go.
Keep your Tommy gun by the door right next to your umbrella.
All right, I have my face danger rule all set up.
Can I get Wolf's
And
cunning
just so
on
you know,
this?
the relevant portions of the thugs are in the danger and custom moves down at the bottom. If you want to take a look at those, they are currently showering with bullets. Gunshot wound 3 on the table.
Oh, can I get Wolf's cunning for this one too, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Facing danger. Okay.
Okay.
So it's 2.
Yep. So yeah, you take gunshot wound 2. For
That's
for
a
those
bad.
9s.
I don't like that. That's a bad one. Okay.
Oh, we need Marissa.
Yeah, and Nicole's got a roll yet.
Yeah, sorry.
Gunshot wound 2. Ow. Cool.
It's just a flesh wound. It's just a
But
flesh wound. You're good.
Let's give it a shot. 8.
Okay. Yeah. Gunshot wound 2. So you all
Alright.
get
We all get
you all
shot.
dive out of the way, and yeah, the bullet's not in you; they're grazing shots. But yeah, you get a little messed up.
I think we go 0 bark 30 on this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Immediately, the gangsters are out the door.
Yeah. All right. I'm holding the door open and I'm yelling, "Get in! Get in! Get in!"
Yep.
Like hiding under trying to put the engine block between us and the gunshots.
Wait, you're holding the car door open?
Yeah, the
Or-
car door open because I have not left the vehicle yet. I got shot through the car. I open the door. I'm yelling, "Get in! Get in! Get in!" And I'm trying to position the engine block between us and the assailants so we could drive through the assailants and pick up our friend.
You want to drive through the wall?
Into the building?
Yep.
We have to grab our friend. They were shooting at us.
Now, this is the side of this building is all like cement brick, but if you like go out of the alley and do a quick U-turn and ram through the windows, that might be a way in.
Yes, with the display windows in the front. It's a much better plan.
I'm so
Yeah,
down.
but either way, you have to get in the vehicle so we can drive in the front of the building to pick up our friend.
Yeah, and the face danger would be enough to get away from the gunman and into the car if that is how
Yes.
you're facing danger. Okay.
I'm so in for it. Let's do it.
I'm
Ready?
good for
All
the
right, so
ramming,
yeah.
but I'm not sure I want to get in the car.
Are you getting in the car or not? The car's going through the front of this building at this point. Would you like to be involved?
The only thing I can think of is, could you buckle me in?
Yeah. Reach over and buckle in the dog.
All right, yeah, no, I guess I'll join in this car thing.
Yep,
Probably
yeah.
better than getting shot at more.
Yep. We're gonna. So now we're going to.
Do it.
What are we gonna? What move is this? Go toe to toe with the gang of thugs.
Stop holding back with the car.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a thing.
How do I do that one?
It's plus logos. You're rolling plus logos.
So it should auto.
Yeah. Stop
Well,
holding back. I'm driving the car through this. We're getting our friend.
Yeah.
-2 for the gunshot. That is going to affect your driving.
Can I spend a help point to basically again bind that wound and get rid of at least one of those negative ones?
Can I also spend a help point by doggy slobber licking to make him feel better?
Clean the
can't-
wound with the
why is the-
dog's tongue.
Oh, the minus. I don't like this minus function. I was clicking down on 0.
Hmm. Yeah, you got to go up. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know
So-
how else to help as a dog.
So if I'm getting
Take
assistance.
2 help in that way?
Hmm?
Can
Yeah.
he take 2 help in this game?
Or is it one?
So help is basically juice. So you can spend your juice to create a story tag that helps, things like that.
Okay.
So in that case, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, you're getting at least one health. I think
Yeah,
we still have a debate on the dog slobber, but
I don't know how I can help as a dog
I'll
other
take
than
one
making
health,
you
it's
feel
fine.
better.
Stop holding back.
Ooh.
Did I roll
Shit.
there we
that right?
go.
Okay,
I
so
rolled
this is significant. Yes, you rolled that right.
Cool.
Well, it was. I mean, +3.
But yeah,
Yeah, that
plus
looks right.
3,
Yeah,
-2 plus a help.
Yes.
that's right. Sorry, you
Okay.
mouse over that and you can't see what's actually added into the roll because there's so many
It just-
zeros there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gun it, right? You plow over two of the thugs that had come out with automatic weapons. You just run straight over them. You fly out into traffic, do a J-turn in the middle of a 4-lane road, and then just careen back into the.
I like to imagine as we like come to a stop, the knots just go.
So
Yes.
So, Ryland, there are several goons like trying to lead you down a flight of stairs that's just off to the other side of the stage area. When suddenly you hear a revving engine, and then about 5 seconds later, the bar implodes inward and splinters come flying all towards you. Just detritus just spews forth over all of the seating. Tables are knocked over. And the pizza car comes to a rest, like down that one step into the VIP pit. Like, the back tires are still spinning because Theon hasn't taken his foot off the
Nope,
gas.
nope, they're still trying to like, God, they're still yelling into the steering wheel.
Ryland in the middle of the chaos. I think he wants to use all of this to pull out his gun while everyone's distracted.
Good.
And to take this guy, Mr. Red Hat, hostage.
Into the car as we make our exit.
No,
No.
they're all gonna stop. We want to find out why, what's going on here. So he's gonna get some cooperation, and I don't think he feels that he thinks Mr. Red Hat's probably gonna go along with this if he is in danger himself. Order his gangsters to stop. I think this is changing the game. If I'm not mistaken. Like,
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
okay. All right. I think this is eyes wide open. He is now like, all right, this guy is just a bad guy. I think Ryland. I wouldn't say he's okay with killing this guy, but in the moment, he is legitimately willing to.
Okay.
Because this guy is this is sort of the I think a flare up, the first flare up of the potential of leading others off cliffs that he might get. Just like, this guy is a bad, greedy dude, and then part of his mythos is just so we kill him. He's kind of getting pushed into that, but right now in the moment, that's what he is.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like making a hard choice.
It might be.
Threatening to do it isn't.
Yeah, pulling the trigger.
Pulling the trigger would be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna burn eyes wide open because I don't have any other tags that are.
Okay. Yes, use your
You did that
resources.
when you
Good.
wandered in.
Good.
There we go. Okay. Got a 10.
Will you please, anybody fail? Can anyone fail? I don't think we've had below a 7 this entire game.
I think
There have been
No,
no
you're
failures.
correct, but I think if there was ever a time we don't want to fail, it's
No,
now.
Fionn failed the sneak.
Oh, you're
Nope.
right.
But then we realized
Oh,
we
but then we
miscounted it.
already
We
did it.
realized it
I
was a
just
miscount
counted,
because
it
he
was
used
a
2
7.
weaknesses.
I just did a bad job.
Hmm.
All right, so I will. I could give a status to everyone here, include I think 3. Give or reduce a status would just be like 1 tier per juice, right?
Mhm.
I think I'm going
Create
to
a story
assume.
tag of hostage?
Sorry?
Create a story tag of hostage?
I think a story tag of hostage might make the most sense. Another one might be to give a status to and increase the scale up the effect of it, so more targets to this guy and all of the gangsters of just like because of the pistol against their boss, they would just be like, all right, and the boss is like stand down. I could do that with giving a tier 2 status to all of them.
I'm not sure this guy is the boss.
Wouldn't it be tier 3? Because you're.
Well, I would spend 1 to increase the area, so that would take it from 1 juice for an area, and then 2 for level 2 status.
Mhm.
Oh. But then you would not be creating a story tag, would?
No,
Then
this
you
would be
have
instead
3.
of creating a story tag. I have 3 choices,
Oh.
but in Change of the Game, because it's not as strong as toe-to-toe when it comes to direct status stuff, it is 1 per 1, not just create 1 equal to your power. It's spend, each power is equal to the status. I think the story tag makes the most sense in this case.
Mhm.
So I'm
Okay.
going to create a story tag. My first choice that would be Red Hat Hostage. Then I think scale up the effect. Everyone notices. Because it doesn't just have to be for statuses, right?
Sort of. Let me check some wording on that. What's your third gonna be?
I think prolong the effects. Make it ongoing unless something changes it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So it's not just a temporary thing. It is not just going to go away by itself.
So you make a single effect bigger, make it cover a greater area, or make it affect a small group of targets, normally up to 10. With this option, you can make your fire elemental the size of a building, spread moonlight over an entire block, or have your protect by wards 1 or gas to sleep 2 status affect multiple targets. Okay, so yeah, you can scale up a story tag
Okay.
by that description. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's what I do.
Notices the story
Everyone
tag.
notices ongoing hostage. Is the
Okay.
So literally when the dust clears.
Yeah. So yeah, the revving engine finally stops. A couple of guys like pull themselves out of some table rubble that had been thrown onto them when the car burst through the wall.
Yeah. I think at that point, you also hear an automated message go off announcing that my contract has been terminated as the result of this malicious driving environment. Because I have to sacrifice something for my stop holding back roll.
Maybe it's been suspended then, because it's only a temporary sacrifice.
I don't know what the level is, either significant, no return, or ultimate.
It was significant. Yeah. It was
Significant,
the
yeah.
lowest. Yeah.
So I mark crack on my pizza delivery driver routine as I have been issued a citation from the company pending further review as a result of
Reckless driving.
Yeah.
a recent incident.
From inside the car, like there's a flickering HUD that appears on the windscreen that says black box data uploaded to nearest server. Please remain with the vehicle. We are calling a tow truck.
We said I just wanted to clear up what the effects of our sidebar crack on pizza delivery.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a question because Spencer put that status of wanted if he tried to screw him over.
Mhm.
Does he have that status now?
Yep, that's why it's there.
Got it. He just didn't care.
No, level 3 wasn't that
True.
strong for someone like
I
him.
did flashback. I was trying
And-
to close my character sheet. It was at the top of the page.
Okay. And certain statuses like may not contribute to taking someone down. Right? Because they're some tracks don't affect certain characters just due to their nature.
Yep.
Okay.
So he
That-
might not.
That
he might
may
just
be the
immune to
case
it.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, once it's not gonna stop this person.
No.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when the dust clears, I think Rylan says, "Everyone, calm down." And then there's the glint of his pistol, just like I think against just from the side, like against this guy's head. I've never had to fire a gun before, so I might accidentally pull the trigger.
He just looks down at you. He's like, "You ain't got the stones."
Do you really want to find that out? Besides, I just said, could be by accident. I just
All right,
want to
boys.
see what's going on.
All right, boys, take it easy. Take it easy. And like you can see that they're ready to run in should he say like get them, but they're standing down for now.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit here for a while with you. My associates are gonna take a look around. They're not gonna. I think I like move my head, but I'm still looking right at him, or not eye to eye. He's facing away from me. And they're gonna look around. They're gonna talk to him downstairs, our man, and then we're gonna leave. And it'll be like we've never been there, except for the hole in the wall.
Yeah,
And-
I think Redcap's gonna buy his time.
Okay.
Like they'll let you take a look.
I look at Fiat and just go,
Unbuckle, please.
I look around and it's like, I'm sure you can't just get out yourself. It's not really made for the whole paw thing.
I cannot. I have no thumbs.
Um, I unbuckle the dog. It's like,
Thank
what are you
you.
gonna even do? Can't
Be
type.
menacing.
Okay.
I'll
I'll
just walk
be-
over.
On
I'll-
that
put
note,
it here, I
Nicole
guess.
will get out of the car.
Like I gestured to my gunshot wound. It's like I'll stay here.
Nicole's going to get out of the car and make a beeline to Ryland, actually, and go, "Are you all right?"
I'm fine, and we have some time to look around here. You overheard everything, so you know he should be downstairs if he really is. If not,
Yeah.
at least we'll know where he probably can be found.
All right. And Nicole have taken the earlier description of what we're supposed to be doing as an order, so she'll like snap her fingers, dog, come follow, and we'll head downstairs carefully.
I will follow in case of more red hats.
Oh, boy.
Okay, yeah. So you start wandering downstairs. Ryland, as the two of them walk away, you can definitely see some like matted fur on Atari that's like stained with red and matted down, and a slowly blossoming red stain on Nicole's side. This having been the second time she's been shot in a matter of weeks.
Ryland's face goes pale. He swallows again. His hand starts shaking slightly, despite himself.
So as the two of you go to walk out of the room, one of the red capped men does reach down to try to pet Atari as you walk by. What do you?
He wants to pet me.
Yeah.
I'll just go.
He like pulls his hand back.
Do not touch without permission.
Just keep walking.
Guy just looks at you very strangely and like just backs away.
Don't you even know basic dog safety?
Yeah, this is all on the backdrop of screaming like party goers and
I don't think
No,
this
no,
place
I don't
is
think the
open.
club's
The
open.
place was empty. Yeah, it's late enough that this place is only open till like 1 a.m. Like,
Yeah, and
Fair
it's
enough.
sun up.
And this is sunrise, so
yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
It's-
like
it's
the sun
close.
is just starting to stream into the giant hole in the wall.
Oh, and insurance is
yeah.
supposed to pay for that, so don't worry.
Putting that on the pizza company.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah,
insurance.
there was a delivery that was to this place. I mean, you got to do what you got to do to get the pizza inside, I suppose.
It's 30 minutes or less. Walls be damned.
I imagine
Either
the like
rain
top
or
delivery
sleet
people just have
or-
like monster trucks.
Yeah.
They're just like,
Neither rain nor sleet nor concrete wall will keep your pizza from you.
yep.
All right. So yeah, the two of you go downstairs, into a hallway that eerily reminds you of the first time you ever walked into Golden Goose. Like there's this hallway with flickering lights overhead. It's got the hall is painted like what's the word I'm looking for? Not industrial. Like you know that sickly green that like facility stone walls are painted like that.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
awful.
well aware. I used to work in an office that had the like gross old white paint on raw cement blocks as
It's like
the office wall.
algae.
Yeah. It's that color, and there's like several doors going down the hallway, and like trash strewed about. It's like walking down here is walking into a completely different world. It was all glitz and glamour and nice shit upstairs. Down here, it's trash and horrible.
Have you been to any restaurant ever? It's just like as soon as you walk through the little wall, it's just now that wall is 40 years old. The one outside they redid last month. That's the level of difference between front of house and back of house.
Yep.
Never repair the back.
Yeah, so you're walking down this basement corridor. One door is like slightly ajar, and you look in and you see the soundproofing on the walls and the table, and Atari, you immediately recognize the room.
Mm-mm.
dog at the side
Never
starts
again.
whining.
Never
Bad
again.
room.
And the smell coming out of that room is just it's alarming and putrefying at the same time. Like, yeah, it's no good.
If he's not in there now, we don't need to go. Keep moving
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, there's no one in there. But yeah, as you do come to the last door in the hallway at the end, there's a light on there. It's a facility door with like that thin glass, pane of glass in the side of it, and you can see through, and you can see a man with dress slacks on and no shirt, tattoos, and he's got a red beret in his hand, and he's like he had just picked it up from something. It looks damp, and he's putting it on his head.
Can I run in and get it away from him?
You can certainly try.
Oh
Yes. I would like to wolf in before we get another horrible monster. Because I now know what this fairy tale is.
This one.
Yeah, this one.
So yeah. Go ahead. What are you doing?
I am. I'm just taking it out of his hand like I'm a dog that wants the food that you're eating, but it's a wolf.
You're just
Okay,
like
well,
biting
you
it out
gotta
of
like
sand?
blast through the door to get in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll blast through the door and bounce to get it.
Is this hit with all you've got then?
At this point, I think so. Atari, how much did seeing that room affect you?
Ooh, are you saying am I mad?
Yeah. Like what is your visceral reaction to seeing that room again where you technically died? Right? You saw that, you experienced death in that room.
I don't think it makes him mad. It makes him like he scared, like he wants to leave here as soon as they're done. Right? It's like traumatic. So I mean that could filter in to be mad.
Okay.
Now, follow-up question: Is
Yes.
bloodthirsty relevant as a weakness that could be?
Ooh, it is a
Yeah,
hard.
I think
Mhm.
that's
Blood-soaked
well, I was gonna
cat.
invoke weakness on that one, yeah.
You're gonna hit
Like, that is-
bloodthirsty. Okay. So
Uh,
I will hit bloodthirsty.
Can I give you a help point here?
Please?
So
You know, just before you actually get in there, just kind of like, no, bad dog yelling something, or just to distract, basically, and make them focus on the voice as opposed to what on earth you're doing quickly enough.
Okay, so werewolf, savage, more beast than man. Uh I feel like be the alpha might fit in here.
Yeah?
I think that's all I really want to do for this one right now. So that's rolling +3, hit with all you got.
okay. That's a 13.
Yeah.
All right, so choose your 2.
Never
I would
fail
like-
a roll.
I would like to control collateral damage.
Okay.
Well, because my goal was to get the hat away.
Was it?
I don't know.
I mean, was that Atari's goal or was that the player's goal?
That's fair.
Because I mean, does Atari know what the hat's gonna do?
No.
But you do know that's a bad room with a bad
I
guy.
do know that's a bad room with a bad
Yeah.
man. I'm not trying to
So-
kill him.
Yeah, but like knocking him on his ass
Yeah.
is a valid thing to do.
I think
You can also get the hat away. It's the 4 paws on the
Yeah,
chest.
yeah.
You just don't go through for the throat bite afterwards.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
in that case, I'm going to control the collateral damage, meaning I'm not biting him on the throat as I'm jumping on him, and I will take
Mhm.
a superior position so he can't hit me back.
There you go. So that stops him from putting on the hat.
Yeah.
Thematically, right? Like you're just
Yeah.
standing on top of him at the end of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, you like burst through the door, you hit him in the back, and you just pin him to the ground. Claws digging into his shoulders as the hat is like in one hand, like way up here, but you've got your hand on his shoulder, so he's you've
Yeah.
immobilized him, or your paw on the shoulder. And yeah, what's the status?
Oh, do I give him a status too?
Yep. Level 3.
Ooh.
A tier 3 status of
Of prone, maybe like knocked down, like
Prone,
you know,
restrained.
Winded could be
restrained.
winded,
Yeah.
goofy looking.
I
That's a
think,
dumb hat. Level 3 status.
Let's go winded, because then if he gets like getting rid of the prone status is fairly easy, right?
Well, I mean, it's still a tier 3 status. Like he would have to,
Yeah.
he would have to do something to break out that would beat a
Okay.
tier 3.
Sure, then I'll do prone because I'm on top of him.
Okay. Yeah, so you are now like standing on top of him, and that is enough to immobilize him at this point. That maxes the track, or the restrained track. So yeah, what do you do with him now that you have him down? Yeah, he's yelling, no, not yet, not yet. I'm so close.
Benton Gaines?
Please do not resist.
He just like looks back, and you can see like this wild look in his face, and he's like, "Who the hell are you?"
We were sent to find you and figure out what was going on.
You can't stop me now. I'm too close.
Stop you from doing what? All we want to know is why you're here.
I'm here to fix what's wrong.
And that is.
Me.
And how are you wrong, Mr. Gaines?
There's a. It's not there anymore. The voice in my head that always told me not to do these terrible things.
He's malfunctioning.
The cybernetic chip? I thought you didn't have any. I'm trailing off and hoping that the dog will help fix this conversation. I'm not a
Yes.
cybernetics person.
So is he trying to fix his brain situation by joining like the weird red cap gang?
You are worrying about your malfunctioning brain chip because those other 3 men that you had files on in your apartment were also suffering from malfunctioning brain chips. Is this correct?
Yeah. Exposition.
Yeah, exposition. Yes.
I demand exposition. Yeah, he looks back at you and says, "If I had just found him, I know he had it. He would have fixed everything. That little voice on my shoulder would have come back, and I could have stopped being like this. I could have been just like the real me again."
Who were you looking for? Was it A,
I named them in order. The 3 guys that we know of.
Yeah,
or D, a different person?
yeah, it's a new name, Daryl Trant.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wait,
and
as a point
Yeah.
of order, were we tasked with locating this individual or returning this individual? Because either way, I believe we could accomplish it if we just throw him in the pizza car and drive him to the like brutalist mansion, dump him on the doorstep, and be like, "Here he is, problem solved."
That'll get a great reputation for us, but also no objections.
That we got the job done, just like we did it. Look at this guy.
Yeah, I think though that the fix to that is in this conversation where he does allude like you can't take me back to Rafael. He's not gonna let me fix myself. You take me back there and I'll end the old man like I ended all the other 3.
Why do you believe he will not let you fix your brain?
Because he doesn't understand. No one can know. If anybody knew, I'd be ruined.
Can I spend that last clue on cybernetic or cyber knowledge to figure out like what is the process of fixing this brain thing? Like, I assume it's not something easy, otherwise he would have did it.
So is it like a reputation thing, the fact that he has a robot in his brain? Is that like the problem? Is it obvious what his issue with this information coming out is?
So yeah, the overview on that is like,
Is it seen as like a handicap?
well, if it came to light what happens when like he doesn't have this chip, he would no longer be the CEO of anything. He would be put in a hospital for the chronally insane. Like, it would ruin his life if anybody found out that he's reliant on this chip to decide not to do terrible things to people.
And this includes, like, it sounds like Nicholas literally just doesn't know about the chip.
Right.
Okay.
Because if he did, then it would be like a bigger deal, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't trust your company to someone that like has a haywire day and like and decides to just turn off everyone's life support because it's funny, you know.
Yeah.
And that could theoretically be done with like an EMP too, like
Yeah.
against his will. It's not even like a mind control thing or oh he has a sad day. It's no, if there's a technical failure, he unplugs life support.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, suddenly
so
he's uploading firmware updates that like makes people's heart stops because he just thinks it's entertaining. That's the kind of fallout this could have.
So it's less that he doesn't know how to fix it, more that the knowledge of him having this problem would
Mhm.
ruin him. Okay.
Mhm.
There's also the fact
How
that
would-
he killed and presumably, harvest the cyberware
More
of
than
3
one.
people.
Mhm.
How would finding this Daryl Trant guy help him?
Do you want to ask him that?
Very much so.
Yeah, it sounds like you're interrogating him at this point, so
Yeah.
you want to investigate.
Oh, joy.
Are we picking him up? Are we doing this in the are we taking him in for investigations? Or are we doing this in the broken down club while the cops are on the way?
Right now, we're doing
was-
that because I
that
think the
was-
second we start pulling him upstairs, we are going
He's
to
gonna
suddenly have a
resist,
gun go
yeah.
off.
Yeah, he's going to assume we're taking him back to Nicholas, even if we say we won't, unless we convince him.
Okay. All right, we're just to be aware we're on a timer about this
I
one.
know.
I drove through a building for a quick getaway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's story reasons that you have time.
Yeah, there's probably stuff
No
pay off with the
miss.
cops. I was going to say that they
Okay.
paid off the cops to just ignore everything that happens here.
That's also probably true.
Again, surprisingly, I am not the face. I have very little investigations for interrogating. Determined
Should have just gone
and
downstairs. I would have gone downstairs if you guys let me.
We
no,
thought you were in danger.
you were in danger. No thanks.
Yeah, but not from downstairs.
Yeah, you left the hippie and the talker up there with a gang of red caps.
Yeah.
Well, the talker said what to do. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. Oh, that would still put the power down to 0. Well, the power's not -2. Okay, determined and easily underestimated and strong sense of self. Let's give it a shot and investigate. That should be a -2. We'll see if that triggers correctly.
Ooh.
Okay then, 12.
Yep, you got your one question.
Oh
Make it a
god.
good one.
Discussing it with the group, I'm assuming that it's why do you think Daryl Trant could fix this?
Or who is Daryl Trent?
I think we don't
Or,
need to know
I
who
mean,
he is. We
you-
need to know
you-
why he wants him.
So you can
Yeah.
short form the entire interrogation into one question that you really want to know the answer to. Like that's what this will allow you to do. So if you want to get a little bit more broad, that's cool.
Okay.
We just do a run-on sentence that is a question.
Why were you doing this? No, that's
Yeah, what's your motive? Like why are you killing these people? Like what's going on? That's a valid question.
What's with the dudes with
what's
the hats?
going on sounds like the broadest one I can think of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little too broad, but as far as like motivation, like what's his
What's
motivation?
what's going on here works. That I think that's narrow enough. What's going on? It's the one word you're missing. What's going on here is a question I think is fair to answer. What's going on is not.
But yeah, so
What's going on with you?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
fine. What's going on with
Yeah.
you? You get like an emotional rundown. That would be good too. How was your day?
Yeah, he says it started weeks ago. That damn cricket chip. It just went out slowly at first, but I kept having these impulses to just do terrible things to people, and I knew about this club where I thought, maybe I could exercise some of those certain impulses and get them out. And now But it just got worse. And being around here and steeped in all of it, eventually I gave in to even the worst ones. I've I've ended people's life here. Uh,
We know.
and because of that, Yvonne upstairs thought he could make some money off of me. So he started having me record the sessions. I can't live like this anymore. I've fleeting moments of clarity. I just want to go back to the way it was before.
Atari,
I just want to be the real me again.
I assume you must know a cyberdoc.
I would assume I do.
Yeah. Can we say that we can make that happen?
I can, because I still have fellow friends who will help me on my mission to find a pack for everyone. This is a
He
pup
can
that
join
has
the
lost his
pack.
Not
Are
our
we
pack.
going
No,
to
he has his own pack. He's not gonna fit in
He
here.
can find his pack again.
Let's
Yes.
hire all of the perpetrators of
No,
all of
no,
our
no, no,
crimes.
no. I just wait. So does he understand that me talking is the dog, or does he like rationalize it as something else?
No, he understands everything you're saying, like you were
Okay.
conversating with him. He has a rift
Okay.
as well.
I will. It's like chapter.
Different
Is he
rift,
Jack the
but a
Ripper?
rift. No,
Um,
I've put in plenty of clues here. I'm
Is
sorry.
he a contagious riff? Is
No.
the red cap contagious?
I think it's
I don't
literally
think
the hat.
he's a red cap. Yeah, I don't think
It's
he's
an
a
art-
red
he's a-
cap. I think the group upstairs are red caps,
Yeah.
but I don't know what
Yes.
he is.
Do they have a bucket of red caps?
They got a dredge.
I mean, it's the leader's hat.
Yeah,
I think that's
in
if there was
the
an
room.
object of power.
The hat had been in a basin full of blood, and that's what makes the hat red.
Yeah, I got that.
Presumably, they are relics of some type when worn.
So do you have to like? Do they have a box of them? I'm just wondering the reproduction mechanics for the gang.
I don't think that's relevant here.
Like, how do they abduct the new member?
Okay, I would
It's a
like.
gang of red caps. Like how that works is up to the mythos that it inhabits the man who is currently at gunpoint upstairs.
Yeah.
Fair. Alright, that's fair.
So, it's not a hard thing to fix. It's just that he wants things to go back to normal and not let Nicholas know what's wrong with him.
It
Mhm.
be secret.
Okay. I will then converse and say,
I, as a cybernetic person, know a very reputable Ripper doc in Shinloon. He's very secretive and also, if made well enough, will be the best and most secure person you can have fix your problem on a semi-regular basis. He has inputted me with my 4-on data jack, my elite AR hacker goggles, and it's like
Is your
The
wolf just
dog.
wearing cyber goggles?
it's goggles around
They're
its little
dangling
neck.
You are anime. You were just an anime. Dog.
Perfect.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you gonna try to convince him?
Yeah. So I have fellow nerds. This guy I go to is a nerd.
I
Let's
think
see.
tech CEO also counts as nerd.
Does he?
True.
Tech company.
But he
I mean,
says
this-
you do not need
this
to
guy
be a
isn't-
techie to be a CEO of a tech company.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this guy's
I
a
think
businessman. He's not
Yeah,
like
He's a business nerd, though. If you get that high, you care that much about business, I would still call you a nerd.
I'm
Just
using
your
it
area
more
of
for like
expertise is business. You're just also a nerd. I'm sorry.
be the alpha.
Yeah, you're saying do what I want you to.
I mean, you're not.
I'm not ordering him.
Yeah, you're not taking control of the situation and forcing it to your will. You're
Okay,
offering this guy another option.
Wolf's cunning because that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Computers.
I know
Question
a
mark?
guy who does computers.
I don't know. If you had cybernetics,
Yeah, if it was cybernetics, I'd agree, but not computers.
What about? I mentioned my forearm data jack.
This isn't. No, these
it's
aren't.
not so intense.
Hello, fellow cybernetic.
Hello, fellow Cyberman. Okay, so I just have 2 for convince. I don't think anything else works here. No. Okay. Hey.
12.
1-6 in fucking 4 goddamn sessions. That's all I'm asking for.
Listen, I rolled a 5 when I was trying to do my wrestling elbow drop on the robber.
There we go. One fail.
Okay,
We had 1
okay,
fail.
fine. That's sated my bloodlust, I suppose.
Uh,
All right.
I think if he wants to take the status of hopeless to, then he cannot go and do what I want him to do. But it's probably in his interest to go and see my man.
All
So I
right,
think
and with
hopeless
it,
is a
yeah,
good
with a 12, yeah, they do go along. So yeah, yeah, he agrees to it. He's like, if you can just stop these urges.
Your problem is a very easy to fix issue. It's just, it seems you want it to be secretive.
I don't like people having strings on me.
Do not worry. This man is not a puppet master or a Geppetto, if you will.
All right. Now listen, we're going to have to be getting upstairs, but for some reason I don't think that they're going to want to let you go. You're
No,
going to
I'm
need to make this very clear that you are going willingly.
too valuable to Ivan. I was making him a lot of money. He's not going to let us walk out of here.
Do not worry. Our friend has him at gunpoint.
I hope your friend's got a big gun.
It is, it is not.
He's beginning to think this plan may have some holes in it.
Listen, I told him I got a guy. We just gotta get out of here.
Not as many holes as we're about to have.
Then
Nope.
is the
Yep.
plan go up there, or rather communicate with you to the fact that we're going to be causing chaos the second we come out of here because we are going to need to screech out with the car. So basically,
don't
run up.
know
cause
if the
as much
car is
problems
drivable.
as we can.
no, the car's fine.
Okay,
there's no
cool.
status of saying the car's not drivable.
That's correct.
You're going to
Then
have
yeah.
to get those back wheels down onto something, rear-wheel drive car and all. But yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Let's use
pizzas.
our. Let's
Deploy
use-
garlic, not traction.
We've got a group tag of chaos. Let's
No,
play
we
the
don't.
fight.
We
Use
have
it.
no group tags. We have 0
Yeah,
group
we-
tags.
I did not burn
We have
chaos.
chaos still.
No,
I did
He
not
didn't
end
use
up burning
chaos.
we have 1 group tag.
it. Okay.
We also never did our. We hit 3 attention on our crew theme, and we never picked a thing.
Mm.
Oh, we did? Oh,
I don't think we ever did.
you're right. We were supposed to before next session.
Oops.
Well, maybe
Whatever.
now's a good time.
Yeah, you answer another question as for the upgrade. It's easy.
Oh, we could do that. That's easy. What page is that on?
I cannot look at it because I'm doing the chat log stuff.
I will look. I'm already in the book. Oh, crew theme. What questions did we answer? We answered H, I, and F.
Okay, I will write that in my version.
We have how do you help, assist, or support one another? Where do you meet, work, rest, or prepare for action? What have you learned to do well together? Who is guiding, backing, or assisting your operation?
I think what have we learned to do well together would be just go with it.
Go with the flow.
I think that's what we basically keep doing. It's not the same as chaos.
Improvise.
Yeah.
I think is,
Yeah.
is
Improvised. What have you learned to do well together is C, so I will put that in as improvise.
All right.
So there's
Beautiful.
2 very synergistic tags in there, chaos and improvise. So as long
Yes.
as you improvise to the most nonsensical
degree.
bullshit you can think.
It's literally the scene from that new Bill and Ted movie.
Right, so
I keep
So-
having flashes of The Mask in my brain, like in the Copacabana club, you know, like just
I don't know how
So
we can
if
get the car out of here.
who is it? Ryland's been hearing all of this. Basically,
Have I been?
We'll make. I think you have.
I think
I
it
thought it was
goes
one
one way.
way
I
with
think
the
you can
makeup.
hear what Ryland's been saying, which is a lot of just like half-hearted conversation as everyone's just kind of in a holding pattern upstairs because we got one guy at gunpoint and everyone else is just kind of waiting to see who flinches first here.
Yeah.
Fair enough then. Then if we can't plan, I say that our goal is go up there, wrap as many people up as can be done, and just get to the car.
Well, I think while you're down there, I'm having a conversation. I want to
Mhm.
say, so, who are you really working for then? You said that you were working for someone I should be afraid of. I don't know who they
No,
are. I
mate.
can't be.
We offer a service here. I don't work for anyone, but I've got pull. Now, having been briefed on this club, this is where like rich people come. Like the city's elite comes here for entertainment, right?
Mhm.
And now knowing that there's some messed up shit going on downstairs, you can imagine what the clientele is actually here for.
Mm-hmm. So, Rylan nods. And I don't want to interrupt that. Which is why I think if...
It's a little bit late for that.
Not necessarily. It'd be more of an interruption if this guy died, or if...
Just put a tarp over that big hole. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A grand
Replace-
entrance now.
You could replace a 12-foot, 40-foot long, 12-foot high, 40-foot wide plate glass window. Those are cheap and easy to move into a city.
So, I don't know what's going on downstairs. You have a better idea than I do, but if we come back up with Benton, what would it take to let us walk out of here? With all that happened.
Benton's a star earner, mate. He's opened up new avenues of revenue for us.
Does this
Getting
close
into the
them?
video market.
Those don't have to close. They could stay open now that he left.
No, but you know about it now. We're gonna have to pack up. Start business someplace else. I'll remember you, mate.
I
I know your face.
So, nothing then? It is what it is?
May the best man win.
Shooting.
I am gonna make a hard choice here.
Yes.
Alright. When your identity demands that you act or speak in a given way, and you don't.
And you don't. Mark crack on that identity's theme.
Could also shoot him and you sacrifice something.
No, well, no, me shooting him
That
is
would
marking
be-
crack.
Yeah.
But me not
Because
shooting
that's not
him.
acting as a good person.
Yeah, me not shooting him marks
His
the
attention.
attention.
Mm.
I think I'm gonna mark crack. I think I just.
Gonna shoot him.
Yeah, I
Gonna
just.
ice him.
I'm like.
Oh
Click.
god, it's gonna be so bad.
All right. I think this is hit with all you've got.
Yep.
Yeah, he thought you were bluffing.
No.
You thought you were bluffing.
Yeah, but he's like,
Everyone
no,
thought you were
I'm going.
bluffing.
Everything you did, there is nothing you can do to stop me. I'm gonna set up somewhere else. This horrible stuff will continue. Oh man.
So let me make a metal sense as one, obviously.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
considering.
that's worse. You
I
can
was
feel the bullet
considering
go through.
burning detect good and evil. Of just like this
Mhm.
guy is a terrible person. He
Oh,
has
yeah.
to die. This is the most evil I have seen. All right. And yep, it has my power of 3. Oh no, hold on, I have to reset.
Next to him, almost everyone looks fine.
There we go. Burnt detect good and evil. Let's do this. Not doing a weakness for this. He has to die. Oh.
That's a
Very
10 with a power of 3. However, so make your choices here.
Okay. I get them good. So power of 4.
Power 4. Okay.
Can I choose that twice?
Yeah, you can get them real good.
Get them good and get many of them, maybe?
I don't want to shoot the others. I just want to shoot this guy.
I'd say get them good, get them real good, get the upper hand.
I'm considering. I only get to choose 2, not 3.
Oh.
I'm considering get the upper hand. It'll help me get away. Help us get away. Or I could just do you take cover, secure a superior's position so they can't hit you back. I think that's what I'm going to do. So tier 4 status, and then I'm going to take cover. So I just probably run behind the part of the bar that's still standing.
Like dive behind the grand piano that's like on the stage.
Absolutely.
It's your sit. All right, so it is only a power of 3 because the red cap has power of the blood. So as long as they're wearing the cap, it decreases all incoming physical harm statuses by 1.
Cool.
Ooh.
Power of the blood. This is such a good game.
And he already. Oh no, he might have been immune to the other status. Besides, it's a totally different related status. It's not.
Yeah, this is physical harm track here. So for him, so red cap, and we're just gonna call it physical harm because.
Yep. I imagine I just like shot him like grossly through the cheek, but it didn't actually like kill him.
Well, here's what happens, right? Oh shit! Wrong layer.
If I didn't end up doing this, I might have decided to show later that the gun was empty the whole time. If he really was gonna go full goody two shoes, but nope, that is not the case.
This one we don't need
Never
anymore
come in with
because
an
he's
empty
working with you
chamber.
now.
Yeah, honestly,
Okay.
never go anywhere with an unloaded gun. That seems like it's better just not to bring it.
So you had the gun like underneath his chin, yeah?
Yeah.
And you just pulled the
I think I
trigger?
just initially was thinking under his chin, but I think it's like against his cheek.
Okay. So like you fire at an angle and you see the bullet like exit the beret, like go off and up. Like it went diagonally up through his head. As the blood begins leaking out of the wound, you see the hat become redder. And the head that like snapped to the side as you fired snaps back. And he stares you in the eyes with a hole in his cheek and smoke curling out of here.
Perfect.
Hmm.
And I say, Jacelyn, now would be a good time. I'm using flashback.
Nice.
Okay.
So, my flashback is once per session when you have the spotlight, choose one. Grab an action carried out by your character in the past and make a move for that action. The outcome of the move affects the current scene. So, I, during the time before this meeting, called up Jacelyn and say, hey, we might need your help in case stuff goes down. Bring a few cans of beans and just wait nearby in case, and then we'll call when we need you to get us out of there.
All right. So let's see, make a move for that action.
Though danger might not.
I think it's just changed the game for that move. Like
Yeah.
you're creating the story tag of Jacelyn.
Yeah. Oops, I didn't ignore that roll. I clicked it before I set my tags. which is sad because it's 10 plus, but ignore it. I'm going to roll to, I guess, convince her then to come along, or what would this be, or what tags would matter for this?
It's
Anything
basically
that's
just
related to your
convincing her to come along. You know,
I think I'll go with city-wise, because I think this is just my instinct of like something might go down at this club, and I've heard bits about it. I think good intentions for my personality. I'm bringing her along because I want to make sure that we all are okay. And that's only a +2 so far. I could burn another burn tag instead of using 2. I could also use our crew tags, but I'll wait for that because I think we want to use them when we're actually escaping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm good with just +2.
Okay.
Something else? No, okay. Nothing else for weaknesses. 11.
Goddamn. All right. So you're creating the story tag of Jacelyn, or one of them.
Just like vines. It's just like if they can break through the wall, they will. If not, they get in through the places.
Okay, so Jacelyn's vines. Yep.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to scale up the effect. They're just everywhere. It's not just one. It's when we went in, and in the 15 minutes since we've been gone, she's been just planting seeds and growing them all around the place.
So, yeah, you yell, Jacelyn, now would be a good time. All of a sudden, like, vines just burst through the hole in the wall, like, wrapping up all over the place, gnarling around a couple of the red caps that were standing around, confused. A couple of them do go underneath the wheels of the car.
That's what I was gonna say.
Hey.
That's how we get out in the car now. Is we use the vines as traction to leave.
Yes.
And yeah, it's just poison ivy exploded in here, right? It's just vines everywhere, laying across the floor, crawling up the walls. Yeah, little blooms of flowers are coming up. There's like a giant pea pod that's now in the center of the dance floor.
Perfect.
And I think we see like that happens. We see the other 3 begin to emerge from the door as the head like snaps back, and Ivan is now like breathing heavily and staring directly at Ryland. And we'll go to credits there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
And next time.
Yeah. It looks like we're at the apex of this case, and should probably wrap up.
Yeah.
Wrap up with the next one.
Finish the case first half and maybe do a review second half.
We will figure it out.
Yeah, possibly all in one.
Yep. So let's geek out.
Yeah, let's geek out on the credits. So.
Oh, oops. So it works.
Yeah. How has the crew grown? How has the crew grown this session?
I'd say, though this is not done yet, I feel that we are surprisingly competent, is how I would describe us.
We just keep rolling so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost want to say recover.
Right tool for the job.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that or oddballs, because literally, like, I've been a wolf the whole time. Like, the plan was you walk in, and then Fionn was like, "Oh, he's in there. Let's bust down the door."
Well,
with
it
the
was
car."
it was we got shot at. Now let's.
True.
It was post shooting that the drive through the wall plan came to fruition, not pre-shooting. My original plan was to drive through and drive out, not stop the car and pick up Rylan on the way through the building. Like slow down and throw the door open and yell, "Get in!" and then we keep driving. I didn't realize we were gonna stop and have a scene after we drove in.
Okay. So which one do you think is more applicable to recover then? I see both.
I see
I
right
think
tool
both
for the
are
job.
Yeah.
Right tool for the right job, yeah.
After this one, oddballs might be appropriate, as because now we're Scooby Dooing it up to the max with the talking dog and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which character has the most meaningful interaction with your character?
I think I'm gonna do a help point with Nicole for like literally going like, okay, I'm gonna go get the guy. Dog, come with me. I was like, okay, right, like you. And then we had the whole conversation down in the basement. I think that's like the biggest thing that happened. I think you also ran out when I was dragging the robber back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go help point with Atari for that. Just a complete replay of, okay, last time we saw you like this, there were some dead people. I'm kind of worried about the people, and I'm also kind of worried about you.
yeah, this is definitely like a different. When you're stuck in wolf form, you're a little bit less destructive.
Stable.
It's like the
It's like Bruce Banner in Thor Ragnarok, where he calmed down a bit.
well, I think it's more that like you're mad when you change immediately. It's not a pleasant process. It's not a fun time. It's triggered with a traumatic event, so it's pretty easy to transition the part that made you angry enough to change to doing a violent thing. But if you carry forward with being changed, like the original thing that made you switch isn't there anymore, like that part's resolved. So now it's just that's what I got.
Yeah, it's almost like I also learned something from this. It's like, oh, I could be mad and switch and not be mad anymore and be stuck.
Mhm.
But also the help point would come from being in that basement with you, because that is...
I think I'm going to give help to Fion, both because he crashed a car through this place for me, and because I left him alone and he got information.
I also made
I,
car wash
I didn't
out
get
of
the chance to see it
letters.
myself. I never went back into that office, so I never saw it myself.
Yeah, I did some. I don't know. I don't see. The problem was I started this episode getting. I ended the last one being unconscious, and I started this one in the same spot. Do the thing I always do. I just butt into everything. So I have like a half a health point with everyone. That's what it feels like. It feels like I had half a conversation with all three members of the party.
I mean, you could at this point think about a hurt point with Ryland for all of the crap that he keeps getting you into that destroys your damn car.
Yeah.
You could.
You
He's
keep
put-
putting the pizza car at risk. Rylan, enjoying your second hurt point. I gotta find reasons to use these hurt points.
I do
Yeah.
too, because I have 2 with you and 1 with Rylan
I
also.
have 4. I have 4 hurt points stacked up, and I just need to start unloading them.
Yep. Okay. Well, that was interesting.
At this point, I still haven't leveled anything up, but I have 2 attention in every single card.
Ooh.
We need to set this
Alright,
place on
man.
fire.
Oh, well,
Gonna
we
burn
need
it
to deal
down.
with all the red
Well, there's
caps.
a bunch of vines there, so it works.
We just need to leave. I feel like leaving's the time and place.
Yeah, but Ryland wants us like, okay, this place is the wretched hive of scum and villainy. And no one's in there, so it won't kill anyone that, can't get out.
Doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, that's true.
I have to admit, I'm on the leaving side in this one particular argument, which is very strange for me.
I mean, those hats are made of blood, and I am bloodthirsty.
Yep. Okay, I think
That's
we'll be back next week for episode 6. Perfect. Then see how this goes. If we die.
Yeah. The best part is I've been saving all of these as different scenes in OBS, and I'm not redoing them. I'm making a new one for different teams. So slowly I'll have a backlog that every time we do something else, I'll have an appropriate scene. I don't even need to queue up. I can just click on.
Okay.
Hooray for useless toys.
Yep.
Yep.
Goodbye.
See y'all next week.